This is GhanaTalks Breakfast.
GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Your daily dose. Here we go. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Turn it up and stay tuned for the talk that moves you and keeps your heart in tune. From the traffic to the trends, we got something for your day. Every voice, every
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. It's a beautiful rainy Thursday morning. This morning is showers of blessing. There shall be showers of blessings this morning since we have seen that it is drizzling. So wherever you are, immediately you see that the rain has touched you, just know that you are blessed this morning. Good morning. You are welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show right here on GhanaTalks Radio. This is the news review, and right here we bring you all the relevant stories and headlines making waves in the news. We bring you from business to politics, from sports to entertainment. We got you covered with the most relevant stories and informed perspectives on matters that matter to you every morning right here on the show. Remember that we're streaming live on Facebook at GhanaTalks Radio TV, on YouTube at GhanaTalks Radio, and also on X at GhanaTalks Radio. Do all to join us this morning on the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Let's get interactive. Send us what you think. Let us know your opinion. We'll do all to read them back to you. I am your host, Ruth Esenam Fekwedu, and I'm serving you breakfast this morning with a message and a blessing. Mesh Tabiat also. Good morning to you, ladies, and you are welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Good morning.
Hope all is well.
The grace is sufficient.
What kind of breakfast are we serving our people this morning? Wet, solid, and honey hot. Since it's raining there, what do you think? Should it be comic shito and gobe? No, move for me, Anna.
Water indomie.
What?
Oh yeah, actually it goes with this weather.
It goes with this
They
weather.
get
Yes.
poached egg. No,
You
it's not
bad.
fried.
Which one is the poach?
Hey,
Which one?
what jatum?
Yeah.
Which one is the poach? Is it near Ashalam Base?
Yes, you prepare it like opine kusianegu, a little water with vinegar.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Continental. We go to-
International.
So that is what Miss Debbie is carrying this morning. You know, she has given a suggestion that looking at the weather is drizzling, so you can go for water indomie with some poached egg. Let me know what you also think. What are you having for breakfast? But a real breakfast is here this morning, of which we are about to feed you with. But before we get into the main story we are slated to speak about this morning, yesterday in the evening I saw a press release from Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and he's saying that they should discontinue the prosecution that has been undertaken under his name. I guess I know you guys have seen the video of the NDC branch organizer who has been arrested for defaming and also insulting Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Have you, ladies?
The NDC.
Yeah, the NDC branch organizer who has been
He has been granted bail.
Yeah, he has been granted bail. So yesterday, from Dr. Mahmoud Baumia's camp, he's saying that they should discontinue the case, and he has not sent anybody to go and arrest anybody in his name. Now, what is he trying to insinuate with this?
It's Ghana for him.
Does he have the upper hand? So I
He
should
doesn't
tell.
have the upper hand, so he should sit somewhere. You see, the one supposed to your friend is a dictate for this law enforcers. Then he should better say all the people they've arrested who have gone to steal money, who have done atrocities in the country, they should release them. He has no right to say that. Any case today.
So you think he doesn't have the right?
He doesn't have the right
the upper
my
hand
dear.
to tell the security agencies to withdraw that.
And in the first place, is he the one who sends the case there? No.
No, I don't think so.
If
But in
you
his
are-
name.
But still, they are tracking down on people who misuse their free speech. This is not even free speech issue. This is defamation.
Information.
And I'm passing wakoku obi. And they say yamba. Hey, boy, saga.
Really?
Miss Debbie, what do you also think?
For me, I see it as a strategy. It's a strategy because when people talk about the NPP or Dr. Baumia, he goes in to support those people. And so there have been claims that he's supporting people who use illegal means to talk against public officials. So in a way, he's trying to tell you that he backs these people, and then he wants to paint himself as a good person and in the faces of the people. But this is not good. You see, sometimes I wonder how these people think. I don't know who is advising the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. I don't know how come he is able to think of, because what he is doing that doesn't align. Like, it is not in alignment. You shouldn't be seen doing these things. You should be quiet. Let the people who claim they are in support of whatever you do, let them be the people dirtying themselves around like that. The position you hold as a flag bearer is not a position that needs to be buttressed with mud. You get it? You don't need to soil it with issues like this.
Already know who wants it.
Yes. So whatever you are doing, I don't know whether someone told him that what he's doing is going to push him into the limelight and for people to vote for him. You are rather drawing people away and then making people look at you as if someone who doesn't know the left from the right, somebody who does not know what he or she is up to. That is what Baumia is doing. Yes, no one sent anybody to go and arrest the person, but what we are saying is that we are fighting against people coming out to speak, make false claims against public officials without evidence. So whether the person spoke against you and you've not sent anybody, the law states that when you speak against someone without even evidence, you tarnish the image of that person. It is called defamation. If you don't have evidence backing your claim, you should be picked. But when you're saying like that, it's like you are going back against what the law is stating. It's like you are on your own. That man, he needs a...
Baumia is the flag bearer for the NPP and is aspiring to be the president. And he's trying so hard to win the hearts of Ghanaians. Is there something that you wish he could do that he's not actually doing?
A lot.
Like,
a lot.
Mention just one.
But one has to do with, like, you don't have to speak on every issue, especially when it has to do with this defamation case. You don't have to go and be backing these people. You don't need to be going to the self to like, it's like for boneso, something that everybody is speaking against you. Everything about you shows that you're in support of that particular behavior, which is bad. So for me, as a flag bearer there, and once you enter you should be working underground.
I think when President John Dramani Mahama was in opposition, we barely heard.
Yes, we
get
didn't
to see one or two posts on X.
We didn't. Even with that, it has to do with maybe issues like maybe climate change, issues like that involves Ghana with other countries, like bilateral cooperation and all that. That is when you hear him speak. Or when he goes to other countries and he's been given the platform to speak, and then he takes that opportunity to sell the country. That is where you hear of him. It was after he came to power we realized that the NPP administration did not even treat him fairly. We had instances where he got to the airport and he was being denied access to, is it the business class? Which of the class is the highest? Is it business? He was being denied access to the business class, and they asked them to give him any ordinary EB. It was after he came to power that we're hearing all these things. Wow. We didn't hear him speak of this. Yeah. So as a flag bearer there, I was so then you allow the people speak for you.
Interacting with one of my colleagues within the week, he mentioned that he actually wished Baumia engaged himself during the cleanup activity. That would have been the best way to win the hearts of Ghanaians. I'm seeing the former vice president and also the flag bearer of the NPP working hand in hand with President John Dramani Mahama, cleaning their community. That would have been the best way to win the hearts of Ghanaians. But we didn't see the former vice president coming out to do that. But rather, anyways, we saw that he did something by, donating certain relief items to those that were affected by the flood. So this is what I brought to you from the camp of Baumia. There's a lot more, because yesterday we also saw them going in someone prison to go and visit Wontumi. There's a whole lot of issues, but don't worry, we'll get into that. At this juncture, let's dive into our news items for this morning. Dangerous and baseless. Stephen Amwa slams Global Info Analytics MP's performance poll. Inshaeso MP Dr. Stephen Amwa has rejected a parliamentary performance poll by Global Info Analytics, describing it as dangerous and lacking a credible basis. The survey ranked Dr. Amwa among MPs perceived by constituents to be performing poorly, but he has questioned the methodology used, arguing that the assessment does not properly reflect the actual responsibilities of members of parliament. He said MPs should not be judged based on issues such as poor roads, currency depreciation, or economic conditions, because these are not the direct responsibilities of individual MPs. Dr. Amwa also pointed to projects and support he says he has provided in his constituency, including a library project and a health fund, arguing that such efforts were not adequately captured by the survey. The Global Info Analytics poll assessed public perceptions of MPs across 83 constituencies, where we saw the Nsawam Edwejiri MP Frank Anot Dompre reportedly topped the rankings, while MP for Asene Manso Agroso George Kwame Aboache recorded the lowest approval rating among the MPs surveyed. The poll has therefore sparked a debate over how parliamentary performance should be measured and whether public opinion surveys adequately capture the work MPs do, both in parliament and in other constituencies. Yesterday, I saw Dr. Stephen Amwa right in front of Parliament press conference. Already, you could see the pain in his eyes. It was like, but look at what I'm doing for my constituency, and that was not captured in a survey. That is actually baseless. That is actually very dangerous, and it's incredible coming from his brother Musa Dankwa. No. That should not be the case at all, because he's doing a lot. There are some projects that he has conducted and initiative that he has brought to his constituency, and Musa Dankwa didn't capture all of this and recorded him as the poorly performing MP. What should be the main criteria for measuring MP's performance? How should we measure them, Miss Regina?
How should we measure them?
And how should we measure them?
Okay, so I don't know how I would say they should measure them, but they should measure them based on their works, what they are doing, because with what he's saying about Okadempu, the currency stabilization, that is not the duty of the MP.
Oh yeah.
So I don't really know what this Global Info Analytics they really based on to assess the MPs. And also with one thing I also disagree with your friend is saying, the MP, is he saying that if the roads are no good, is it the MP? If the roads are no good, I would say it's a 50-50 collective responsibility. You come together with the roads minister, or you send your case and then your case. You send your suggestion and then you send your suggestion to Parliament. So, my in my constituency, our road is very bad. Our road is deteriorated. You've made an effort. You get me? So it is up to the road minister, or probably I don't know if it goes straight to the Minister of Finance on budget and allocated money for you, so that at the end of the day your road is constructed. So with that side, I don't really agree with him. It is his duty. It is also his duty to make sure that his people in that constituency are okay. So for for a surveyor to survey an MP based on his work only and not another person's work. Said the workers, and yesterday when I saw the video, to me, I didn't ashino.
No press conference.
I didn't ashino, and I'm happy with the fact that he came out to talk.
Yeah.
Because it might seem as if he's not really doing anything, and also if I was in his constituency and I know what he's doing, me looking at this article alone, I can also come out and say no, my MP is really working, my MP is doing this, so your analysis is fake. The last time I think Debbie made mention of this surveyors. Sometimes some of these people are kind of, is this sketchy, because sometimes people pay them
to do this.
yes, people pay them to do the survey, to either tarnish someone's image, to either say oh, this person is the one leading this or that. So maybe in my opinion, maybe you chanika somebody this kind of info. So looking at how the man is really pained, it means that indeed it is baseless. It is dangerous and baseless.
And incredible. He was
because
pained.
he said he's working. So why are you saying that he's the poorly performing MP?
Yeah, that's reputational damage.
Exactly. And I think it is high time when they bring this kind of survey out, they also need to attach the evidences.
Videos.
The people, exactly. I thought they just do their research. What has this MP done? What has this MP not done? Then they just pile it together and post it. But as a good researcher, you go to that constituency. So if I'm a surveyor and or a researcher, I don't sit in the comfort of my home to research. You go on grounds. I come to Anya constituency. I talk to the people. You don't also talk to only one person.
Yeah.
You talk to everyone, and the MP, together with the MP and the assemblyman, that you hear both sides of the people before you come out to say whatever you want to say. Because honestly, we always say that when it comes to this surveyors, they have a large influence on the people. Obi woho, said Nanka Stephen Ama, he didn't come out to talk, we would believe it.
Yeah.
That indeed he's not really working. And that is how misinformation starts to spread. Obi woho say last time we went out, the people people at the station were saying that Mahama went to World Bank to take almost the amount of money, to take money for sanitation. And I was like, where was that
project?
Oh, they almost beat us. Almost say we are NDC
after correcting them.
They said we are NDC journalists. We said it's not like that. So they should read into it. They said no, we are NDC journalists. So this is how misinformation starts. He needs to get his facts right. But that's still Stephen Amma should sue him.
So I think there's the time that Stephen Amma has to bring out all these projects. It shouldn't be just on books, but show us the videos.
Yeah.
Let us interact. Like, it should show some video of interacting with the people, or some interviews with the people living in that particular constituency. Let them speak for themselves if indeed he's working. Miss Debbie.
We have members of parliament who are not so vocal in parliament, but then when you go to their constituency, they are working. And I believe if you are working, you shouldn't be the one speaking for yourself. Let the constituent speak for you. I've never seen my member of parliament. Sometimes I wonder whether he's in parliament.
Who is your member of parliament?
Geoffrey Kinney for OT. I've never seen him in parliament, like debate
speaking.
Oh, really? But then he's working.
He's working.
Yes, I'm telling you.
He's working.
He's working. He has been a member of parliament, I think, since I was in completing JHS to senior high school. He has been the member of parliament, and he's still the member of parliament.
And he has won the heart of
I'm telling you. So we have members of parliament who do not speak. You go to parliament to say what you don't get to even hear of them.
But they are working.
But when you go to the constituency, they are working. And he is the type that does not wait for election. Say maybe 1 month to election, then he start doing things. No, this is a man who even lobby scholarship for people. This is a man who go far to the extreme of helping villages get well structured school buildings. This is a man that, even when I remember when my dad lost their father, so my grandfather, and then we have to go to the funeral, like the buses and all that, he provided us with a vehicle. a vehicle. Oh, that was when I JHS3 about to write BEC. He provided us with a vehicle. So with that, you've already even won a heart. You don't even need to come and be explaining to me what you can do. You've already done it. And then we have members of parliament who are so vocal in parliament, but they don't do anything. Now with Stephen Amwa, yesterday when I saw the video on Twitter, I said, definitely there will be a constituent under the comment section. And then lo and behold, I saw one person who said, maybe now can I come and see the road? And then the person was mentioning, I can't remember the because I'm not in that constituency. So the person mentioned like two, yes, in the constituency in which the road is very, very bad. And then he was said like, come and see what the nature of the road. Come and see it.
So is there a confirmation?
On your road minister.
So is there a confirmation that
yes, not working?
Yes. So the thing is, you are not the road minister, but as a member of parliament, you need to lobby.
Yes.
You lobby for it. That is why you are there. You speak on behalf of the people. You try your possible best. That is what I'm saying. Say, it's not about how loud you are in parliament. Oh, it is how hard you are working on ground. Look at someone like John Dumelo. You don't even get to hear him often in parliament.
Yeah, but I thought he was actually going to be the one to be rewarded as the best performing MP.
See, it is not the matter of you being rewarded though. Being rewarded for people to applaud is not the case. You can be rewarded and 2028 they'll still boot you out.
Regional minister.
They'll boot you out.
Which of them?
Accra. Best performing MP. Best performing minister.
Minister. I don't know why.
There's going to be a reshuffle.
You get it.
So let's wait and see.
You see the way we are all saying, this man from the own horse's mouth, he told us that he doesn't do these surveys for free. So it should tell you that he gets paid. So someone can just pay you. And you see, these politicians have really steadied us. And so they know how our minds works and all that. So they know that even sometimes these surveys convince us to vote. So when I pay you to paint a good picture about me, in a way I've convinced people. But the constituency, what are the people saying? What are you doing? Do you live? We've seen instances where sometimes residents in some constituencies complain that you go to the MP's office, but the vehicle is there. You could see that this man is around. They pass through, they use the road day in, day out, but they don't construct it. So it's not about you come. For me, I see no sense in Stephen Amwa coming out to be making noise. So let the people speak for you. Somebody can just take a phone and then rubbish what Musa Dankwa said and show what you have done in the constituency.
Yeah, that alone
is enough. It's enough. John Dumelo will not make noise. He only comes to speak on agriculture. That is if the need comes. But he's working on ground. So it is based on what you are doing, not you coming out to make noise. Say you've sent people to abroad in India.
Is the MP working? Is the MP in your constituency? Is he working? Let me know in the comment section. Just drop it. Drop his name. Drop your constituency. Let's indeed find out if he's working. Proceeding to our next news item. Minority labels economy a galamsey economy, questions government's growth claims ahead of budget review. The minority in parliament is questioning the government's claims of economic growth, arguing that recent improvements are largely being driven by high gold prices rather than strong, broad-based economic growth. The ranking member on Parliament's Economy and Development Committee, Kojo Opon Kroma, has described what he calls galamsey accounting, suggesting that relying heavily on gold-related growth could make the economy vulnerable if global gold prices fall. He's asking the government to explain how it plans to diversify the economy and sustain growth beyond the mining sector. The minority has also raised concerns about government revenue, claiming that tax and oil revenues in the first quarter fell below expectations. The concerns come ahead of the 2026 mid-year budget review, where Finance Minister Dr. Kisalato Forson is expected to present an update on the country's economic performance and revised projection for the rest of the year. The debate therefore centers on whether Ghana's current economic gains reflect genuine structural improvements or are largely benefiting from favorable global gold prices. The budget has not yet been read, but already debates are going on. Who's going? Miss Debbie. Do you see the economy as Galamsey economy? Just as we've seen Kojo Upon in Kuma said it. It looks like everything is relying on good board should be bringing in the money, good board should be bringing in the money. Whereas we are not, people are also saying that they are not feeling the economy, they are not feeling the impact of it. Yesterday watching an interview, some market traders were like, and they say inflation. We don't understand inflation. Come and explain the inflation to us. But still, the prices of items are still high and very, very, outrageous. So come and explain to us, what is the inflation? That is what the market women are asking for. Yesterday I was like, wow. Then people really need education on what inflation is actually about. Miss Debbie.
This morning Professor Bokpin said something.
Professor
Bokpin.
Okay.
He said something. He was like, financial literacy should be something that should be taught from kindergarten. So right when you are a kid and naive and like you don't know anything, when they teach you during that stage, it sticks so easy because you don't have anything to think about. Your own is eat, wake up, they dress you, they pack food and snacks in your bag, go to class and learn and come back. And so when you're being taught things like petty things, you remember, as you sit here, you can even remember one, if it's not anything, one poem, one recitation. Hey, you were taught in nursery. You can't remember. If you can't remember anything, there is one particular thing you remember. So I feel like this is something that is really serious that we need to educate people right from the basics. Now, Ghana is not a Galamsey economy. The MPP has targeted Gold Board for reasons best known to them.
They said they would have started it.
They would have. So yes. So you
if I can say you have stole my idea,
you get it.
Our danger fans.
It's like you being asked a question, you know the answer, and then maybe the teacher end up calling SNM, and then when they call you, be like, "Wakama, oh shit!" So and the other person may kind of non-waka. So that is the MPP. If you know this is what you want to bring on board, why didn't you bring it on board during your term? You've been in office for 8 years. The Ghanaians gave you the first nod, they trusted you, and they gave you the second nod again. You should have done everything that you are supposed to do to win the heart of Ghanaians. Ghana is not a Galamsey economy. What is the essence of Gold Board? That is one question we should ask ourselves. Gold Board is not, we didn't establish Gold Board to decorate the economy. We didn't establish Gold Board because we want people to know that Ghana is full of gold. We established Gold Board for a purpose, and that purpose is to generate revenue for the country. That purpose is to block leakages of smuggling gold out of the country. That the establishment of Gold Board is for gold to be sold within the right channels. That is why Gold Board is being created. And so far as Gold Board is being concerned, and so far as I am concerned, and so far as news, you can say media houses are concerned, and they are feeding us with news day in, day out. The establishment of Gold Board have been a blessing to us as a country. We've gained. Haven't we gained? We've gained. And immediately we established Gold Board, they also established a company where Ghana we refine our own gold.
Yes.
So it should tell you how positive this has been. But the MPP, I believe they always want to make a case out of nothing. They are just pained. They are pained that things are going on well, and what they said wouldn't be possible during their tenure it became possible during the term of this current administration, and so they just want to make a case out of nothing. But when it comes to education on inflation, this market women needs to be well educated.
Miss Uchina, share with me your 2 cents.
So, with my 2 cents, when it comes to most of these business terms, inflation, blah, 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 most of these market women do not have 100% idea about it. In the sense that most of our market women are mothers, when it comes to the formal education, their broad of knowledge is, excuse me to say, very low. But when you explain to her in the informal way, she really understands it. And so, okay, 1 + 1 = 2. Break it down to her. Say, 1 + 1, okay, the way, now the way can one, yes, say, 2. Church, just say, teach her that way, so that at the end of the day, most of these people would understand what is really going on in the country. Even some of them don't even know, don't even understand how they are supposed to pay their taxes. They don't understand it. So they need to, finance minister needs to educate the people, especially the market women. Yes. And also looking at the issue of galamsey economy, I never knew that gold board is called galamsey. Wonders of minority. Hi, I'm member here. But let's put the minority aside and focus on gold board. Gold board has really done extremely well for itself. The fact that Ghana did not even, at a point, didn't even know how to refine its own gold. It had to be taken out of the country. And when it comes back into
we get 10%.
Just a one will go, no. So I think they've really done well for themselves. And looking at the revenue wise also, they've really accumulated a lot of revenue to a point where they've also started their own non-governmental organization where they are helping needy children, the children that need scholarship, children that need your friend is saying money to take care of some medical expenses. They are really doing well, and also a point where they are collaborating with other institutions to make sure that gold board really sells out. So I wouldn't say gold board is a galamsey economy. This perception is all in the name, said they are selling and buying gold. So automatically these illegal miners are selling to them. But with the minority, where are their evidence? This is something they should also be picked and arrested, because it is defamation. But like I say, the defamation issue and the arrest, they're only targeting the poor people. The people in parliament, when we talk about defamation, they are number one people who defame a lot. But nothing is being done. They defame Papa. In Team Fojo, number 1, Alexander Fenyoma.
I heard of him.
And then this one too, Asefua.
It's been a while I heard.
Yeah, it's true. Hope they are okay.
They're fine.
They should be fine, yo. Nothing should happen to them.
So yes, they will be presenting the mid-year budget review today. I believe you're expecting a lot. Let me know what you're expecting in the comment section. Share with us what you're expecting. What do you want to see? Let's proceed to our last news item. Rejecting cedi coins could land you in jail. You will go to jail if you reject coins. The Bank of Ghana has warned traders, transport operators, businesses, and individuals against refusing to accept valid Ghana cedi coins. The warning follows concern that some people are rejecting lower denomination coins, including the 1, 5, 10, 20, and 50 pesos coins, as well as the 1 cedi and 2 cedis coins. The central bank says all coins currently in circulation remain legal tender and have not been withdrawn or demonetized. This means businesses and individuals are required to accept them for legitimate transactions. According to the Bank of Ghana, refusing to accept valid currency simply because it is inconvenience, has a low value, or is not preferred could constitute an offense under Ghana's Currency Act. A person convicted could face a fine up to 3 years imprisonment or both. The bank also says people who encourage others to reject valid legal tender could face similar consequences. The Bank of Ghana says it will work with the Ghana Police Service and other law enforcement agencies to enforce the law and has encouraged the public to report cases where valid CD coins are rejected. The issue has raised concerns about the impact of rejecting smaller denomination coins on everyday transactions, particularly in the informal economy, where small cash payments are common. You are going to buy Piota, you are holding 2 CDs, 20 pesos 2 and 10 pesos 1. If I catch yourself on truly, they will not take it. Now, let me make you aware that it is a crime if you reject these coins. It's either you'll be fined or you go to prison for 3 years. So make sure that as you are rejecting, nobody is also reporting you, because once you are reported and you are convicted, it's either say we be them and I be jail. Miss Debbie, why are we rejecting the coins in the first place? Are they Ghana scanner?
These traders have the notion that the coin is no longer effective in the system, and one of the complaint they usually give is that when they also go to purchase things from the main market, they don't take the coin. And so when you are bringing in especially 20 pesos and then 10 pesos, they won't take it back. 50 pesos, then I think they take it. But it's bad because when you go to the bank, even if it is 5 pesos, they will still take it. Yes. And when it happens like that, we are 1 peso, they will take it. We are putting pressure on the 1 CD, the 5 CDs, the 2 CDs, the 10 CDs. But this smaller denominations are also part. They are also part of the money. We still spend it. There's not been a directive from the Bank of Ghana that states that traders should not receive coins. Traders should not receive 20 pesos. Traders should not receive 1 peso. And you see, I blame them because the governor of the Bank of Ghana has been saying this since last year. This is not the first time he's talking about the rejection of this smaller denominations by these traders. But the problem is that there is no strict enforcement. We don't have people going about to monitor and then ensure that these traders are doing the right thing. Because trust me, if you tell me that if I go, I should report these people, I might even go to the police might not even take it serious. They might end up even taking money from me. So what is the essence? The ordinary Ghanaian would tend to think about the whole stress and all that. So they'll end up not even reporting. You just look at something. They're not going to report anybody. Because even if you report, it wouldn't get anywhere. So you see, there should be strict enforcement. The Bank of Ghana should deploy some people that will be going out to ensure that the right thing is being done. If they found any of these traders flouting it, they should be arrested. They've done it to me several times. I go to buy something, they'll tell me that 20% is the NGO. I'll be like, oh, just say, Jessica. And the only people who I can boldly say that they take it is the drivers and the mates.
And the more.
And the more, yes, they take, even with the more cry, sometimes they'll give you 1 peso. Knowing fully well that 1 peso come financial, but they still give it to you because it's KYD. Yeah. So I think there should be strict enforcement. That is the only way we can fight against this behavior.
Mr. Gina, briefly.
Yes, someone could them.
You think that it's okay that they should be, when they are convicted, they should be arrested, fining?
Because who are you? Who are you to say that I wouldn't take 50%, I wouldn't take 20%, I wouldn't take 10 pesos? Even with the 1 CD coin, some of them have already started rejecting it. Who are you? Say no. Unjia. na makofre police na ya becho
Yeah,
pacho also on geo mo fa ne nko
I
no
was you on Geo, so you have heard it. Once you notice that someone has rejected, or you are going to purchase something, and you give the money, you give coins to the vendor, and he or she refuses, you can report and let the law take its own course. Thank you so much for joining us on the News Review. Up next, we have Today in History with Miss Regina Bliss.
Bringing you Today in History and some few global observances live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. So today is Egypt's Revolution Day. To commemorate the historic 1952 military coup that abolished the monarchy and established the modern Egyptian Republic. It is a paid national holiday marked by military parades, televised concerts, and official presidential addresses. Moving on, 1967, Detroit Riot of 1967 began, also known as the 12th Street Riot or Uprising. It began in the early morning hours when police raided an unlicensed after-hours bar on the city's near west side. The incident sparked 5 days of unprecedented civil unrest. It resulted in 43 deaths, including 33 black residents, over 1,100 injuries, more than 7,000 arrests, and roughly 2,000 buildings destroyed. One global observance. Today is Mosquito Day. So it's celebrated to commemorate British Dr. Sir Ronald Ross' groundbreaking 1897 discovery that female Anopheles mosquitoes transmit malaria between humans. The day raises global awareness about the dangers of mosquito-borne diseases like malaria and dengue, and honors ongoing medical research to eliminate the world's deadliest creature. The observance highlights several critical public health issues. And that's all for today on Today in History and some global observance live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bliss. Up next, we have Debbie's Girl.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear of favor. Economist and Professor of Finance, Professor Godfred Bokpin, has cautioned that the fight against digital fraud is not one that government, banks, or financial technology firms can ever claim to have completely won, describing it as a continuous battle against increasingly sophisticated criminals. Speaking in an interview on the impact of fraud on Ghana's digital economy, Professor Bokpin said cyber criminals are constantly evolving their methods, making it impossible for institutions to become complacent. He explained that as the global economy becomes increasingly digitized, fraudsters are also adapting, investing in new techniques, and following the growth of digital financial service. I am sure as we gathered here talking about this, some criminals are also hosting their own forum somewhere, trying to see how they can improve, he remarked. According to Professor Bokpin, digital fraud has become a major global business, with criminals continuously researching new ways to exploit emerging technologies and financial systems. He noted that the future of finance, money, and commerce is digital, making the sector an attractive target for organized criminals. Professor Bokpin said, because the digital economy is expanding faster than traditional sectors, institutions must see fraud prevention as an ongoing process rather than a one-time objective. Despite the growing threat, he acknowledged that Ghana has made significant progress in strengthening digital security and improving public awareness. He observed that banks, regulators, and financial service providers have intensified customer education, while users have also become more cautious in protecting their personal information. Professor Bogbin, however, urged stakeholders to remain vigilant, cautioning that the lucrative nature of digital fraud means cyber criminals will continue to innovate, requiring constant upgrade to security systems and sustained public education. Yeah, so digital fraud is not a war we win. It requires continuous improvement. When it comes to fraud, it is not a one-time target. It is something that you need to keep improving on what you know. So when that's to do with the cyber security, personnel, it is something that you need to keep improving yourself. You need to keep updating yourself, because trust me, these criminals, they don't sleep. They are always on their laptop. They are always on their phone. They are always looking for new techniques to fraud people. They are always looking for new ways, new styles. I mean, they are looking for ways and means to fraud people. They've realized that how they used to fraud people, the old version that they've acquired, it has become archaic, and so they keep improving. They keep updating. And you see, when it happens like that, and then as a government, if you want to fight cyber crime or you want to fight these fraudsters, you don't just pick it on a day. So you bring out maybe ways and means to fight this cyber crime, and then you do it in a day and then it ends there. No. You need to keep learning so that you can catch up with these people. And you see, it is quite unfortunate, because these fraudsters, let me put it this way, they are intelligent. They are very, very, very intelligent. They know how to go about in looting from people. Because tell me why we keep preaching about cyber crime, we keep preaching about these fraudsters, and still we are not able to clear them completely out of the system. That is because, as I said earlier on, they keep updating themselves, they keep learning. So when they are doing that, we need, as a country, we need to match their energy. We need to match their energy. And this has drawn my attention to a group of people who are using this thing called QNet to defraud people. They call you and then they tell you that they are teaching people coding, AI stuffs. You get there and then they take money, or they defraud your relatives. And sometimes I wonder what we are doing with these people. We have this QNet right here in Ghana. We have people who are using the name QNet to defraud people. And this is what they do. They send you a message. They tell you that they are into coding, they are into AI, they are into establishing and creating apps. And then after that, they will pay you a huge sum of money. And the money they are mentioning it's so enticing, 4,000 plus. And the people they are looking for, SHS leavers, JHS leavers. And so you ask yourself, which type of work will pay an SHS leaver 4,000? Government work accreditation say 4,000 a month, 5,000 a month. And they nearly did that to a friend's brother. They nearly did that to him. So they'll take you in, they'll take your details. They have a place where they come this young people, SHS leavers, JHS leavers, And because the money they said they are offering, the money they are offering is enticing. And so you are being drawn to that. And then you see people moving in. And these people have rent a whole apartment and they are using it for this QNet fraud. These are people we should be going after. Because they are not genuine. They are not genuine. Tell me a work that will pay 4,000. A work that they'll tell you that they want to train you on coding. They don't even train you on coding. When you go there, they'll tell you that they sell product. And the product they sell is a magic product. Because whatever they tell you is not something that is common. The product they sell, they have adult products, they have youth products, they have that of kids. They have that for patients as well. And so there is one product that they sell. They said when you are sick or something, you just have to, the thing is like a small ball. And then you have to put it on your tummy and automatically you are healed. And one, you need to put it in a water to drink. These are the products you sell. And the number of people you bring in there determine how much they are going to pay you. So when you bring in 10 people, then they'll double your salary, they'll double your income. And they've come a lot of youth, they've come a lot of naive teenagers. And they are using them to extract money from their parents. It is ongoing. Our security service needs to back up. They are doing so well. Trust me, they are doing so well. But I think we need to do more when it has to do with cyber crime and fraud. Someone can just call you on your phone and call you by your name. And even go to like the extreme of telling you how much you have in your account. And they are so cunning. So just as Professor Bob Payne is saying, fighting against cyber crime and fraud is not a day. It's not something that can be done in a day. And then we'll just crown ourselves victorious because we've won the fight against fraud. It doesn't happen that way. It's a process. These people keep learning, so we also need to keep upgrading ourselves so we can track these people. Because it's getting out of hand. They are using various means to dupe people. Sometimes they'll call you, oh, there is a job offer here. Someone in Volta can receive a call from a person in Accra that, oh, there is a job offer. Then blah, 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 you get here and then they kidnap you. And then they are demanding a ransom from your family. So please, when it has to do with cyber crime and fraud, we don't fight it in a day. We need to be very strategic so we can arrest these people. Thank you for making time with me on the Biz Grill.
Thank you so much, Mr. B, for that girl. We can't fight cyber fraud in a day. It's going to take a long time, a couple of years to fight that. Right, but aside that, today is the 2026 mid-year budget reading. And I think it will be read somewhere around 11. I stand to be corrected. Let me know at 10. At exactly 10 a.m. We'll be streaming live on Facebook at GhanaTalks Radio TV alongside the morning show. So make sure that you do not miss it. Make sure you stick and stay with us. Let's go for the morning news.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it's just a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com ghanatalksradio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the morning news update on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up this morning, ahead of today's budget presentation, citizens urge government to prioritize fuel price cut and take steps to regulate rising transport fares. In politics, the Nshiaiso Member of Parliament has rejected a 23% performance rating given to him in the latest Info Analytics poll, calling it unfair. National Security has arrested a suspect over alleged illegal mining activities near the Adensia Sukwa Agenda 111 hospital site. In related news, the Fisheries Ministry also raises alarm over the threat of Galamsey to the Cape 3-Point Marine Protected Area, cautioning of damage to marine life and coastal livelihoods. Meanwhile, some voices are calling for attention to be shifted from the Wuntumi conviction to the broader ecological damage caused by Galamsey. And in business, the Bank of Ghana cautioned against the reject of the Ghana cedi coin as an offense that could land an accused in jail. We've got details on all these stories and more coming up shortly. As the Minister of Finance prepares to present the budget statement to Parliament today, citizens across the country have shared their expectations, with many calling on government to pay close attention to fuel price reductions and the rising cost of transportation. In an interview ahead of the presentation, traders and commuters said the high cost of fuel continues to drive up the cost of living and putting pressure on households. Another major concern raised was the frequent increment of transport fares by drivers. Economic analyst says fuel and transport costs remain key drivers of inflation, and any policy direction in the budget to stabilize petroleum price could ease pressure on businesses and consumers. The finance minister is expected to outline government fiscal policies, revenue measures, and social interventions for the rest of 2026 during today's budget reading.
The problem is the long way drivers. The two fuel one, the two alone, the two fuel. Susu koto pass, and then koto pass to like this. Pass back. Miloa, how many man buy them? The new town. Susu fuel, the day alone friend than the one. Until a digital, maybe need not go fuel. Pass more. Until you can carry one. I buy no other fuel, the best of my engine, and I say, I bet you a lot of film. I'm going to a lot of film. The best of my I've said Ghana will be a scout, you will scout. Ghana, you will stand till you fear. Now, you have a bobby stand out in here. You will try getting answer by it. Maybe, just say, never your Ghana. Country be more, country be more. Togo like this. Uko Togo now got fuel. Togo fuel from. You Togo only Yama be brave. Ghana on Yama Sikoku. You let me survive. You need transport, transport. My fair drivers want to bread. So Ghana drivers for the dogs. When our drivers say you are. Yes, was a baby. I say lady workers quit money put to quiet compact. It is also drivers, not your side my. Yes, sir. On top of my bar, say drivers. Who the Pabano is covered out to go in and a powder to chop on Tassa. Then to me, first get down to be maybe I live our about no maybe the AK. But also about no yard but in come phobia, if your mom Casamay in Afghan, and see more yama. Lolo fair no Mutuma no Matason, or Mutuma no Matason. If you baby and a dana no Sabanda Dani, I into a bio that tells me a tell all the person, or no too much now. And so still all of fair mama I can't be into. Say, I don't know. Or more started say, hey, dear, by any come up phobia or can be a mine. And you know, a Jumana, who soon to me, I can't say what nephew. Wait me up for Juma over Ponya. And you say, we do her, and as a miss and getting me, I found the Lolo no more, no one can be by. The moon to the other budget to you.
Survive as a country without IMF.
I'm not the meaning your foot room. I'm more than him for trial, but on my lay woman. She has a kind of crown, your friend, your man, relations, and one who are. On my way, no, my thank you for Bobby. But Yanni here in America, who would mean can be beer found. To no more who say I'm Panama, one, and who say a Bobby and be Muna, a idea, no, not Cababua. As any part on the car, I hope so be with our thoughts and and to me say, Murana, I need to send you no betting me. Abo man na will be on water now, and no moment here. And as I say, possible business, and no rabbit.
Shaiso Member of Parliament, Dr. Stephen Amwa, has rejected the findings of a recent info analytics survey that ranked him among the lowest performing members of Parliament in the country. The latest info analytics survey assessed 83 members of Parliament and placed Dr. Amwa 78th with a performance score of 23%. In response, the Member of Parliament said the report does not accurately capture his contributions and key achievements in the Shaiso constituency. Speaking on the survey, he outlined projects and interventions he said have been undertaken under his tenure to improve lives in the constituency. While he did not detail all the projects in his initial remarks, he insisted that the survey's methodology and parameters failed to reflect the true impact of his work. He urged constituents to judge his performance based on visible projects and direct engagement rather than survey figures.
Of course, we are a developing economy. There's poverty. We need to go outside the core mandate box of our work and try to help our constituencies. I can tell you, as a matter of fact, go and check me. I've been adjudged either the best or one of the best users of my common fund. Not once. They give me shells and you can go and check. Why? I've given way over 1,000 scholarships locally in my constituency, made up of my common fund or other funds and my personal pocket money. Every MP can be judged based on what he does here and how he uses his own fund and how he uses his common fund. Aside that, you cannot judge me on economic stabilization, roads and other things. But even with roads, go and check in Shienso and then another Dankwa. You can go there and check yourself. I can tell you about major streets in Shienso, about 89% is tarred now. So I'm even surprised. That is not my work anyway. Then after the scholarship, I have provided tables and chairs for about 2,400 school children in my constituency. One thing I'm surprised at is, if you want to find out the MP's contribution to education, the right people to talk to are the headmasters and the teachers. You cannot go. I'm not saying that's what he did, but you should come and tell us. Because in Shiayaso, head teachers and headmasters and teachers, the way they praise me, there is no way they will not give me excellent mark. Go and ask them. Because they are the people. We have something called asymmetric information. I want to ask the very people that Mr. Musa Dankwa's team interrogated when it comes to my performance and contribution to education in our constituency. Because KMA has actually awarded me. That is one.
As the fight against Galamsey remains a major priority for government, with security agencies under pressure to protect forest reserves, the Ashanti Regional National Security Secretariat has arrested a man suspected of engaging in illegal mining activities near the Agenda 111 hospital project site at Adensi, Asokwa. The suspect has been identified as Yusuf Ibrahim. According to National Security, the arrest was carried out as part of intensified operations to clamp down on illegal mining in the region. Officials says the mining activities were taking place in close proximity to the government's flagship Agenda 111 hospital project, raising concerns about potential damage to the project site and surrounding environment. In a statement, the Secretariat noted that the arrest forms part of ongoing effort to protect state projects and natural resources in the Ashanti region. Authorities pledged to sustain patrols and enforcement actions to deter illegal miners from encroaching on government lands and sensitive areas. Yusuf Ibrahim is currently in custody and is expected to assist with investigations.
Well, some few weeks ago, we know how it was heavily degraded by illegal miners. Those who you are claiming we are treating them with kids' gloves or whatever. As you can attest with me, whilst we are here, we've just picked some of the workers or some of the boys who are still around trying to work on the land to the RCC. And heavily degraded some few weeks ago, and now given a second chance. So that is part of the fight for getting our lands back, and I can assure you we are going to take them on, especially the illegal miners who did that wrong in this place. We are all worried as Ghanaians as to what is happening. And as I'm saying, we are here with the committee, and I've also said that we are investigating everything that is going on that seriously is disturbing our communities. As we are standing there, you know it's very close to the Agenda 111. And when we came here, we still see, as the reclamation is going on, we've still seen some boys around. It means if we are not careful, in the next few days or weeks, you realize they are on the premises of the Agenda 111 itself. So we will have to wake up and fight.
The Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture has expressed deep concern over illegal mining activities taking place around the Cape 3 Point Marine Protected Area as a serious threat to coastal and marine ecosystem. Sector Minister Emilia Atta described the discharge of toxic substances from Galamsey site as undermining conservation efforts in the protected area and as a threat to biodiversity along the coastline. The Cape 3 Point Marine Protected Area is one of Ghana's key conservation established to safeguard critical habitat and promote sustainable fisheries. Officials says the encroachment of illegal miners near the area could reverse years of progress made in protecting the marine environment. She affirmed close collaboration with the Environmental Protection Agency, the Minerals Commission, and security agencies to intensify monitoring and enforcement in coastal areas.
For decades, scientists, fishing communities, and conservation advocates have warned that the sustainability of our fisheries depends on protecting breeding grounds, reducing destructive practices, and allowing fish populations to recover. We listened, and we have acted. One of the most historic achievements of this administration has been the establishment of Ghana's first marine protected area. Following cabinet approval, government officially declared the Greater Cape 3 Points Marine Protected Area in April this year. The protected area stretches from Ampatano in Ahanta West to Domingli in Nzima East, covering approximately 704 square kilometers and benefiting 21 coastal communities. This decision marks a new era in Ghana's marine conservation efforts. It will help restore fish stocks, protect biodiversity, strengthen climate resilience, and secure the ecological foundation upon which coastal livelihoods depend. Protecting our oceans today means providing more fish tomorrow. However, conservation efforts cannot succeed when other environmental threats undermine them. I must therefore express my deep concern about illegal mining activities in the Cape 3 Points forest area, where polluted water is flowing into the marine environment around this important ecosystem. Such activities are unacceptable. They threaten our coastal communities, undermine our conservation investments, and place the future of our fishermen at risk. We must all recognize that protecting our fisheries is not only the responsibility of the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture, it is a national responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen,
in related development, engineer and policy analyst Michael Kusi-Dede says the national conversation around Chewuntumi's conviction must shift away from partisan politics and focus instead on the environmental damage caused by illegal mining. Speaking during a discussion on Galamsey, he stressed that illegal mining has led to polluted rivers, destroyed forest reserves, and health risks in mining communities across the country. According to him, the effects of Galamsey cuts across party lines and threaten the livelihoods of Ghanaians. He called for a united, non-partisan approach that prioritizes enforcement of mining laws, environmental restoration, and sustainable alternatives for affected communities.
From an environmental perspective, I would ask again, having prosecuted him and found him guilty, what action is the state taking to remediate the environmental issues? Let's not end it there. Because the reason why he's being prosecuted, he's violated law. He's given out his concession for other people to mine. Fine. But what was the result of that? It created an environmental problem. How are we taking steps to redress that? So some I've had members of an environmental group asking that some of his assets should be sold and possibly used to remediate the problems, the environmental issues. I fully agree with that. Because I think that we shouldn't just go beyond putting people in prison, but we should address the wrongs that they have done to correct them. The impact on society itself should be addressed. Because if through his actions or inactions, water bodies have been poisoned and issues like that, who have they impacted? How have we taken care of those people? For me, those are the things we should be looking at beyond just the trial and sentencing of Wontumi. So our political parties must learn to represent the true interest of the people and not just their members. Because other than that, then the political parties are beginning to look like it's a group seeking our own interest and not the national interest. Because the national interest in this matter is the pollution of our environment and water bodies. And we should, and I would expect that the NPP will make a statement to that one as well. But they have failed. So clearly we are not on the same, how do you call it? We are not singing the same song because the public wants this, the political parties want something different. So the political parties clearly are not representing our interests. And that is, for me, is something I keep saying. Now, if the term of imprisonment was between 15 and 25, I hear is the maximum. It was given 20. Again, I don't find anything wrong with that. I mean, they can go through the process and appeal and the sentence and issues like that. But let's focus on the real issue of environmental damage. And let's get that resolved.
In business, the Bank of Ghana has cautioned that traders transport operators, businesses, and individuals who refuse to accept CD and Peswa coins as payment for goods and services risk arrest, prosecution, and imprisonment under Ghana's currency laws. In a public notice issued on July 22, the central bank expressed concern over what it described as the widespread and persistent refusal traders, transport operators, and business entities to accept smaller denominations as well as 1 Ghana cedis and 2 Ghana cedis coin during commercial transactions. The notice follows an earlier directive issued on July 14 on the misuse, abuse, and illegal handling of Ghana cedi banknotes and coins. While the notice focused on the fiscal abuse and defacement of the currency, the latest directive addresses the unlawful refusal to accept coins issued by the Bank of Ghana's legal tender. The bank reminded the public that all coins issued by it remain valid legal tender and must be accepted in accordance with the Bank of Ghana Act 2002, Act 612, as amended, the Currency Act 1964, Act 242, and other applicable laws. It stressed that none of the coins currently in circulation has been demonetized. The central bank further stated that no trader, transport operator, business entity, or individuals has the discretion to reject coins based on their denomination. The bank cautioned that refusing to sell goods because a customer is paying with coins constitutes an offense under the Currency Act 1964, Act 242, unless the coins in question have ceased to be legal tender. According to the notice, persons convicted of the offense may face imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 years, a fine, or both imprisonment and a fine. The bank also cautioned business owners against directing employees to reject coins. The Bank of Ghana said it will work closely with the Ghana Police Service and other law enforcement agencies to ensure strict enforcement of the law. The public has also been urged to report any instances of refusal to accept coins to the nearest Bank of Ghana office, the Ghana Police Service, or through the bank's official communication channels. To sports, President of the Confederation of African Football, Patrice Motsepe, has announced an increase in the prize money of Women's African Cup of Nations ahead of the 2026 edition. Dr. Patrice, during a press conference earlier on Wednesday, July 22, announced winners of the continental competition will receive a record of $2 million in prize money. The increase represents the third major prize money increment in 3 years, highlighting the Federation's determination to elevate the status of African competitions and provide greater financial support to participating teams. This year's $2 million prize money sees a $1 million increment from the last edition, where Nigeria was rewarded with $1 million as prize money. The 2026 WAFCON will commence on July 26 with a final scheduled for August 16. The tournament will also see an expansion from 12 teams to 16 teams, with the competition also serving as qualifiers for the 2027 Women's World Cup. The Black Queens are in Group D for the tournament, where they will play Cape Verde, Cameroon, and Mali in the group stages. In showbiz, popular TikToker Jarvis has alleged that fellow content creator Pella once asked her for a blood covenant, which she declined. In a live session that has since gone viral, Jarvis said Pella made the request during a private conversation, claiming he wanted them to seal their bond in a spiritual way. The revelation has sparked reactions across social media, with fans debating the intent behind Pella's alleged request. While some defended it as a sign of loyalty and trust, others criticized it as dangerous and unnecessary. On Global Update, The Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Samuel Kujetua Blakwa, has received the President of the Republic of Burundi and Chairperson of the African Union, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Chairperson of the African Union Commission, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, also other ministers and senior officials from across the continent who have arrived in Ghana to participate in the extraordinary session of the African Union Assembly on ending AIDS by 2030 and addressing preventable maternal deaths, communicable and non-communicable diseases. The two-day summit will focus on tackling preventable maternal deaths, communicable and non-communicable diseases prevalent across the continent, while advancing strategies to strengthen Africa's health system by the end of the decade. The extraordinary summit taking place in Accra from July 21 and 22 brings together African leaders and key stakeholders to reinforce the continent's commitment to ending AIDS by 2030, reducing preventable maternal deaths and accelerating coordinated action against communicable and non-communicable diseases. And that's a wrap on the morning news update. Thank you so much for making time with us. Do well to log on to all streaming platforms at Ghana Talks Radio for more news stories. I am Deborah Adoso. Do have a good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Your morning star, right? Lose views, inspiration, and great conversations. From Accra to the world, we bring the fresh stories, fresh energy every morning, full of fire and glory. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Your daily dose, here we go. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Only on GhanaTalks Radio. Turn it up and stay tuned for the talk that moves you and keeps your heart in tune. From the traffic to the trends, we got something for your day. Every voice, every vision, lighting up the way. Ghana
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Where the spark inside the flame, from the first light to the last mile. Stay with us so I.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Wake up, Ghana, your morning star.
Good morning to you once again, and you are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. This is your morning companion, and right here we bring you all the latest headlines making waves in the news. You are welcome to the second segment of the morning show. This is your favorite online radio station, the only online radio station you can carry along wherever you go. Remember that you are streaming live on Facebook at Ghana Talks Radio TV, on YouTube at Ghana Talks Radio, and also on X at Ghana Talks Radio. Do want to join us this morning. Send in your comment. Let's get interactive right here on the morning show. This morning, as you know how we do it, in the second segment, we come along with knowledgeable guests who are going to be delving into the topic for discussion this morning. And this morning, I have sitting right there in the studio with me Mr. Mohammed Al Hassan, who is the NDC Communications team member. And also I have our prodigal guest, Mr. Ganib Stephen. He's a social commentator, and recently I found an addition. He's also a political analyst.
What do you want to say?
Nothing, no.
Whatever you want to say.
Good morning to you, Mr. Al Hassan. You're welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Hope all is well.
Yes, everything is going on well.
Yeah, I guess it's your first time here.
Yeah, this is my first time here.
It's your first time here. It's good to have you in the studios. Mr. Vic, you're making phone call in my studio.
Media, it's like I'm the owner of the studio.
Please,
I come here all the
it's
time.
not allowed. It's not allowed.
I'm speaking to your one of our brothers, Chambers.
Oh, okay.
He sent me a long voice note, so I'm listening to it.
You're listening to it. He's the NDC. He's the NPP Communications team member. It's been a while we actually had him in the studios, but I'm hoping that in the coming days,
I think he's in the north.
He's in the north. Don't worry.
He's harvesting his maize and then what do you call it? Millets by now.
Millets by now. Why is it by now? Is this the season?
This is the
season for
harvest.
Yes.
Are you also coming from up there?
Yes, I'm from Paga in the Upper East region.
Oh, really?
He's no closer. He's very far.
He's far. Is that true? Yeah, far.
Yes. Okay. My land is the only land.
Can you get closer to the
player has won the African Cup for third time.
What?
I'm the same.
Oh,
yes.
I see.
He's from Paga.
He has a bragging right right now.
Yes. The only person in the whole Africa. He has won it 3 times. From Paga.
The town of crocodiles.
Yes. That's an achievement. Yes. So you can brag about it.
Yes.
So all sons of Paga are known as the sons of crocodiles.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Oh, I thought it was because you had crocodile in your region.
In my town, in Paga.
Oh.
That's the only place crocodiles doesn't hurt a human being.
Oh,
the whole world.
Is it true?
It's true.
But you give them chicken, they'll chew.
No, that chicken is what they take. So you throw it to them and then they take.
So they've never harmed any human being.
They will never harm. When they die, we bury them as human beings.
What?
Yeah.
You buy coffins for them?
No, not coffins. Like.
But like you mourn them like the way you mourn
we bury them like human beings.
Mr. Lass, I'll come for more details on that.
Then you have to go there for more details. You have to visit. It's a tourist.
Almost all the presidents have come to visit them.
I haven't been there before.
So you have to go.
I'll go.
And do a documentary on the and the town itself.
Is that an assignment?
Yeah, for the entire what do you call it? Media house. You can spend like months there.
Not even a week. Or a week is fine.
No, imagine that Ghana Talks Radio goes there. That's a documentary. Don't even air it here and sell it to NetGeoWire. Imagine the money that Ghana Talks Radio is going to make. You have to look at everything from the business perspective of the thing.
And also the enjoyment
of course
of it. How come the two of you are twinning this morning?
I have no idea. I just woke up this morning. I was struggling to find what I'm going to wear. So I just
You have it in abundance.
No.
So you were struggling.
Maybe I didn't even have it. That's why I struggled to find what I'm going to wear.
In Domin, for instance, it was raining heavily.
Oh, okay.
So
Showers of blessings this morning. And so today as well, they are also reading the 2026 budget review. Yeah, as well. So showers of blessing. Right, it's good to have you and welcome once again to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
But before we get into the details, yesterday in the evening I saw a press statement from the camp of Baumia, and this time around he's saying that he does not support the prosecution of the NDC organizer of a comment he made against him, and so due to that they should release him. Kaba, take that man out of that place, release him, let him go. Oh, he can insult me, whatever he said. Oh, let him go scot-free. Does Baumia actually have the upper hand to tell the security agencies what to do and what not to do? Can he call for, does he have the authority to actually call for it that the man should be released? Or you say the law is the law? Mr. Al-Hassan, let me hear from you.
You see, sometimes politicians, they become very funny when you hear these things. When did he realize that the case has been going on? It has been going on for far too long. This case has been there and he knows it. Why didn't he come out? Just because Chairman Muntimi had been jailed, he just want to come out. Like when the rains happened in Accra, when he was even about, he didn't go anywhere. But when it happened, he just walked through the mud for people to see that about me and things. Anyway, I don't know the law, but I know that when there is a crime somewhere, the police itself can go in and do the work, and somebody can also report. You understand? But as to maybe Bama thing is still in power. Yes, so yes, because there was a story that when DJ lost power, his driver drove past Accra Sports Stadium. The residence was there. So when the driver veered to some place, told them, we are going to the castle. Then Papa J, you have lost power. You are no more the president of Ghana. So this might have happened to Baumia too. He still thinks he's the vice president of Ghana. So can issue instructions here and there. But they say the law, I'm not a lawyer, they say the law is the law.
Yeah, he has a legal brain, so he'll
maybe
give us more details into that. Mr. Dubik.
Yes, madam.
Let me hear you.
See, I think this is what Chambers had sent me a long voice note on.
Oh, okay.
Because he posted this flyer on his WhatsApp status yesterday.
This particular flyer?
Yes. I think it was Multimedia's flyer, saying that, and then the caption was the compassionate or the man for the people or something. So I wouldn't say irritated, but I was so worried at how they are looking at the whole issue. The only person in this country who can order a case to be discontinued is the Attorney General.
Thank you.
The only person. He is the only person that can file a nolli prosequa without recourse to anybody. He doesn't need anybody's permission to do it. And one aspect of the case that is eluding Baumia and his people is that the crime the guy has been accused of committing is not against Baumia, it is against the state. That's why when on his charge sheet they'll write his name, and then instead of writing Baumia's name, they will say versus the Republic.
The Republic. But it's in his name.
It's not in his name. You get it? The crime is not in his name. You see, he might have been in relation to the crime. You get it? The conduct was offensive towards him. But once the conduct was done, and then the people arrested the culprit, it's no longer on you. That's why sometimes people even try to commit suicide, and when they are unsuccessful, they are prosecuted for it. Why don't they say that they conducted the crime against themselves, so it's okay, let them go? If you try to kill yourself in this country and you are unsuccessful, you'll be arrested and prosecuted for it.
Me and my own life.
And you and your own life. So Baumia doesn't have any right or any authority to order anybody to stop any prosecution. You see, I understand the politics of this thing very well.
Oh, it's politics.
Of course.
It's
You see, they are accusing NDC of arresting people who are insulting John Mahama. You get it? And if we are to allow NDC to arrest their own people or sit down and say nothing for insulting Bawumia, it will be like when it was against Mahama, we said it was okay, but now it is against Bawumia. They've arrested the guy and we are quiet. That's the whole thing. It is just to score political points. But me, I don't see where this thing how this thing will play out. Are they in this shape also endorsing this kind of communication in our public space?
Because indirectly,
yes,
it's an endorsement.
Because if you tell me that, but John Mahama has been insulted, he has been abused, and for that matter, we shouldn't do anything. The state shouldn't act. We should allow that thing to foster. What happens if Bawumia becomes president one day? Can you complain? The abuse on him will be too much. And even if the sane people in the society might even join in. You get it? Because it happened under Mahama. You said it was okay. So if it is happening under you, it will be okay. You get it? You won't have any right to complain. And I asked these people arguing in this manner that, would you want your children to have these people as their role models?
Thank you. God bless you.
I won't pray that my daughter picks a camera, put it on her face, and start insulting people. The day that I see that kind of video is the day that I went to jail. Because I discipline her, and my anger might even boil over, and I might discipline her in a way that I might fall foul to the law. You get it? Because I was not trained that way. I always tell people that before John Mahama became president, he had a life. He has lived a life. So the 8 years he is going to be in power is not enough to run down the life that he has lived. Before Akufo-Addo became president, he has lived a life.
Yes.
So it's not enough that just the 8 years that he's president, you insult him, denigrate him, and run down him as if he has never achieved anything for himself. You get it? Right. These people are highly accomplished people. If it was easy, your father could have been president. Why is your father not president? Those people that come out to insult presidents, insult leaders, if it was easy, why didn't your father do it? Your father is also a human being. He can contest as a president, but he couldn't because there are requirements that you have to get to before you can be even considered to be president. So I think that all these things we should just sit down properly and then analyze the issues critically. I understand that they all want to score political points and all that, but we have to analyze these things critically and ask ourselves if this is the trajectory we want the nation to go on. And I saw that one lady called Bawumia, but when she was arrested, she was even beating up bloggers.
Yeah, the bloggers.
You use a camera, or they are using the same camera on you, and you are now you bought. Why? You see, it doesn't make any sense.
But I thought she wanted to be popular.
And they are helping you. So why are you bored? And the amazing thing is that this time around, he was there without a lawyer. A lawyer in the courtroom had to get up and plead on her behalf. What happened? You see, I understand if the MPP is struggling to win themselves from the previous administration, you get it. But if somebody insults, you find a lawyer for the person. If somebody is accused of corruption, you demonstrate.
Yeah, there's this woman who also insulted lawyers. She was given a lawyer as well. She's been granted bail.
So you see, it means MPP is endorsing these things. And if one day they come to power and people start doing the same things to you, you won't have the moral justification to condemn it.
Yeah. In fact, even what worries me, my brother, is the Muslims among them. I'm a Muslim. We have not been trained that way.
The Muslims are more. Okay.
They are not doing it more, but we have never been trained like this. In my hometown, in my hometown, Paga. You know, I was a share manager at the age of 55. My father was still alive. And he disciplined me, even though I was the breadwinner of the house. We were 12, but I was a share manager. He disciplined me until the time he died. I dare not challenge him. Now you see people. But let me tell you, in 2022, 2023, I was arrested on 3 or 4 occasions. What did Bamwe say? He was the vice chairman, vice president. I thought.
What did you do?
I was doing political dissent, and I just said,
yes,
I just said, Nana Kufuor was a short man.
Oh,
that is that too.
I was not arrested. A description.
Just that. But do you know sometimes these MP people, they come into contact with some of the national security people, and sometimes they come there without the name of their bosses. You understand? So I was arrested on 2 or 3 occasions. But when was the vice president? What did he say? Why did he say that Muhammad Al-Hassan leave him because me, I'm the most honest vice president in the whole worldwide. So this one is, they are doing politics. They are struggling to overcome their abysmal performance. And how they are, in fact, they are struggling.
Yeah.
They are struggling.
Right. Mr. Dubig, are they going about it the wrong way, just as Mr. Mohammed Al-Hassan said, to overcome their abysmal performance?
Of course. Right now, they have to distance themselves from all the wrongs that happened in the past, which they are not doing. You know, one thing that helped NDC to overcome the 2016 defeat was to distance themselves from the wrongs that they did. They had to pull the party from people that were accused of doing wrong. Did you hear anybody demonstrate for Sedinam Tamakulu?
No.
Do you know the current Attorney General was arrested at a point? Did you hear somebody demonstrate? Did you hear the NDC lawyers coming out to say we don't know where he is? We don't know. You see, let me use this opportunity to address that we don't know where he is syndrome that NPP people say.
We started with miracles.
It has always been. It started with Hanan. It started with I think Chamahu to me and every arrest that has happened in this country. And people will say we don't know where he is.
But you are at Yoko.
No, the thing is that even if you are at Yoko, you see the only person that they have to inform about the person about an arrest is the person they are arrested. Aside the person, the law doesn't prescribe anybody else to be informed of any arrest.
What about the lawyers?
The person being arrested will inform his own lawyers. Does Yoko know who Miracle's lawyer is?
It's not a responsibility of Yoko.
No.
They can't.
They'll give you the right to a phone call, to call whoever can help you or whoever you want to know you've been arrested. The law says that we should read you your memoranda right. That is the crime you've been alleged to have committed. Your right to silence, your right to an attorney of your choice. That's the only time. That's the only person that we are supposed to tell why or when we are about to arrest you, which is the culprit, which is the suspect. Aside that, Yoko doesn't have to write to MPP to tell them that we've arrested Dennis and he's here. They are not supposed to write to Atachia to tell Atachia that we've arrested your client, he's here. No. Dennis himself had the right to make a phone call, and when he came out, he did an interview with Asempa. He said that when he was arrested, he tested some people, he called some people to tell them that he has been arrested, but he doesn't want it public. Does that look like somebody whose right was infringed on?
Oh.
Does that look like somebody whose right was infringed on?
If he was able to.
Yes. And I heard we don't know where he is. You don't know where he is, and he's there. No. It doesn't make any sense. The security agencies does not owe anybody any right to inform them when somebody is arrested. The only person they have to inform is you, the person they are arresting. Have you heard after the arrest any of the suspects saying that he was entreated unfairly, so he's taking Yoko to court? Have you ever heard any of these arrests starting from 2015 up to 2025 up to today? The people saying that I was denied my fundamental human right, as in right to counsel, the right to remain silent. Have you heard of anything like that? Some of them even go and come back and praise the security agencies.
Yeah, the likes of Shatawai.
So this whole thing, if politicians say they are funny beings.
My one wound to me was in the hands of Yoko. They said that he was not eating on the day, and then he was unwell. from the minority.
He was not eating. Did they go there to see if they've given him the food and he decided not?
He was eating fufu and akantie there. Fufu and akantie. Yes, akantie there.
You see, not eating is not the same as not giving.
Not
food.
giving food.
You can give me food today and I'll decide not to eat it. I've not eaten, but it doesn't mean you've not given me food. If somebody is not there, is not here, and I call to tell the person, oh, me, I've not eaten, no. The person might mistake it to mean you have not given me food, which is not the case. You understand? So at the end of the day, those people who were making those allegations, were they there? And when Wuntumi came out, he had the right to sue the Iyoko or whoever is in charge for refusing him food.
But he said the people treated him fairly.
Of course. At a point in time, they took Wuntumi to the hospital.
Excellent.
Didn't they? They took Wuntumi to the hospital. So imagine Remo Acha and his guys are so callous that they want to, just hurt somebody. Don't you think the right thing to do is just allow him go through the pain that he was going through, saying he was sick? Even Coca had the opportunity to go to the hospital. Coca.
Yeah.
The trend in this Ghana here is that
when they arrest you,
you fall sick. So what about the thousands of people in the ordinary people who have been arrested? They are there.
Even go to Insaum right now. The people who have been jailed, some of them are sick. Some of them are suffering from diabetes, cancer, and all that. They are still there.
Right, thank you so much, Mr. Dubig, Mr. Al Hassan. It's getting interesting right here on the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. We're streaming live on Facebook at GhanaTalks Radio TV, on YouTube at GhanaTalks Radio, and also on X at GhanaTalks Radio. Do want to join us this morning. Send in your comments. Let us know your opinion on what we are talking about this morning. And this morning, what is actually happening is the issue of Wuntumi and the minority. Whereas yesterday we saw, would I say, a convoy going all the way to Nsawam to go and visit Wuntumi. Whereas we saw, it's being reported that Baumia also was there to lead the way to go and visit Wuntumi. Well, we are here to hear how he's doing and then how he's faring. And also, but this morning, what we'll be looking at is going to be Wuntumi's conviction and also minority citing defect in Wuntumi's judgment. And also, if we have time, we'll be looking at the expectation and also a review of the 2026 mid-year budget, what is to be expected. And we'll be streaming that as well live right here on the show. Mr. Dubig,
yes, ma'am.
I think ever since the whole issue of Wuntumi came up, it's the first time you're in the studio speaking to you one-on-one. I think the rest will be phone call and then personal conversations.
Then you have to thank me for bringing Big here today. Even though he has been your man, he has not been coming.
He's a prodigal guest.
No, I have to use the powers of the crocodile.
So it is the crocodile.
I'm a crocodile man myself.
Hey.
Yes, I'm a crocodile man myself.
Yes.
The deity in my hometown, they sacrifice crocodiles and alligators for it.
Okay.
So if you need something strong, something powerful, you have to go get the boys to catch a live crocodile for you.
And you are very familiar. Right, before I come to you, Mr. Dubig, with the with all the legal brains and that. First off, let me ask you, what do you make of Wuntumi's conviction? Is it too harsh?
Yesterday, a national communication team member of the MPP, Mr. Ponsa, he says a thing which is very good. What he was saying is that, left to him alone, the MPP should come down and stop the noise they are making about Wuntumi.
He's an MPP communicator.
Yes, Mr. Amponsa.
Live on radio or television?
Television.
Oh.
Mr. Amponsa, George Amponsa. I've mentioned his name. Because he thinks that they should calm down. Because explosive sayings on this may hamper the chances of Wuntumi coming back. Yes.
So
Number one.
What they are doing.
Yes, he said they should allow the legal thing to
take
flow.
place. Right.
What they are doing is very dangerous. Because apart from this case, Untumi has got another case.
Yeah.
And that one too, one the plea bargain, it means you are saying that you are guilty. Because you have to sign that you are guilty before you go into plea bargaining. You understand? Now you say you are guilty. Even the first terms he sent has been rejected by the Attorney General.
Yeah, yesterday.
So the man said what he said yesterday was up. Number two, Miraculous Abuaji himself, I think it is UTV. He said he was convicted because he talked too much. Because how his utterances during when they were in power, he himself. So now the chickens has come back to roost. They themselves, this one is not an NDC this thing. So what I'm saying is that, what even if they like, they should send Nana Akufo-Addo to the some prisons, and then they should shun going to the law courts. The best thing for them is to follow the law, because I think they are lawyers. There are plenty of lawyers there. They have to. They have got a chance to appeal. After the appeal, they have got a chance to go to the Supreme Court. And even if the Supreme Court overrule them, there is another. The Supreme Court can sit again. Is it review or what? You understand? So what I'm saying is that what has happened has happened. Time has come for them to sit down and know what to do. Left to me alone. This pastor, that woman, what's her name?
The woman.
Yes, the woman. Agrada. How many years was he sentenced to?
15 years.
And now, is it not at home? It's not the same legal thing they used. You understand? So they have to calm down and stop talking. They should not be speaking with emotions, because it may infuriate. Because you see, some of them are insulting judges. You understand? And do you think, me for instance, I'm also a poultry farmer. Me, if you insult a poultry farmer, I will not like it. So a judge, you are insulting all judges. That they are corrupt, they are this. But you have got cases there to go and handle. Me, I think if it was in the NDC, they would have found a way to go and beg the president, because he is the only person now who can give presidential pardon. But now you are still insulting the man. But one thing about President Mohammed and the message is that they are too what should I say?
Lenient.
Too lenient. They may, because me, I don't want them to do that, because how people are dying from galamsey and other things. And this is the first time a kingpin has been arrested and jailed. I was born and bred in Akimoda. All the kingpins, they are always in the house. They will go and do everything, and then they throw the ordinary people there. They are arrested and jailed, and they are there. So if the government is to go and make sure that they arrest the kingpins, all these things will go down. You understand? So me, I'm advising them, if they like, they should take it. If they don't like, they should not take it. That they should calm down, and they make sure they go through the legal. Whilst many of them, this is one crime saying, then these people get annoyed with me, but don't worry. Then calm down and go and find a way how they will meet Muhammad and then get the pardon for this one to me. Other than that, there's a losing battle. They are moving on.
So the 20 years sentence they've given him is the right course.
But it was 25.
Yeah.
But you see, one interesting thing is that he should have been jailed 3 years when at the time of the NDC. It was 3 years.
Of the NPP.
No, and the NDC had this same law. They came and changed it.
Yeah, it was amended.
Yes, they amended it to 25. At our time it was 3 years, so wouldn't you have been there for about 2 years? Because every eight months is 1 year.
Oh, okay.
In the present
Yeah.
So they themselves doesn't like Wuntumi. So Nanado intentionally said that when NDC come, Wuntumi go to jail. So I'm giving you 25 years. Because you talk too much.
Nanado said that Akunta Manning is not involved in it.
Oh, it was just politics. He knew it.
He knew?
This Ezenbank money. He went to the farm to check together with Mr. Odike. And when he went there, he saw that the man hasn't done it. He said, hey,
is that on record? Or
yes, it's on record. Do you know Odike, the president of PFP of what? There's another this thing. They went there and inspected, and Nanado didn't see anything. Then he told Odike, hey, Untubekumio. He was in power. So they know how reckless this man is. And you see, in this world, when you are doing anything and then you are advised, you have to take it. Just recently, the same Kodua who went to his own prison yesterday, he was accused by Untumi about 2 weeks ago that he is the person who wants his downfall. He gave it to him just about 1 week ago. And such a person, you have to learn to respect people, because one day the same people you disrespect now, you may meet them. So that's what I have to say.
Right, Mr. Dubik.
Yes, madam.
The legal man. What do you have to say about Untumi's conviction before we get into the challenges the minority have raised?
I think that Untumi's conviction is a step in the right direction.
The right step.
Yes. Galamsey has been a thing in this country for a very long time. And I understand that NDC's policy is that they will go after the kingpins. That is NDC's policy. So it will be contradicting if the president pardons Untumi.
Okay. That makes sense.
You get it?
Yeah.
If NDC wants to lose power, to lose some of the trust that people have given them and the goodwill they are enjoying today, they should pardon Untumi and see.
So you are sure that it's not going to be an issue, just as we saw Nana Agrada?
You see, Nana Agrada wasn't pardoned though.
Okay.
She went to the appeals court and got his sentence reduced, and then reduced to time served. You get it? Because Agrada was denied bail when they went to appeal. So the appeals court decided that okay, we are giving her 1 year, and she has already served 9 months of the 1 year, so she should be released on time served, which is 9 years in the prison calendar is 1 year. You get it? So Agrada's case is different from this one. This one, the best that can happen for what do you call it, Untumi, is they file an appeal, they get his sentence reduced, or the case quashed, or his sentence increased, because it is 25. The appeals court can decide that okay, look at the devastation you've done in Samna Boy. The sentence that was given to you at the high court is too small, so we are giving you the full maximum. And the appeals court can also decide, the court of appeal can also decide that the sentence that we were giving to you by the high court is too higher, because you are a first time offender. So we are reducing it to 15 years. There's no way Untumi sentence, if the appeals court upholds the decision of the high court, is going to go below 15 years. It won't happen, because the law that convicted Untumi has prescribed punishment, and the punishment for that crime is 15 to 25 years. So there's no court can reduce it unless that law is amended. Even that law, even if that law is amended, it won't take a retroactive effect. It will take precedence going forward from the date it was amended.
So is it possible that when the NPP comes to power, they can amend that and then work on
this
case?
If they amend the case, Untumi has already been convicted based on the previous law.
So it's not in the new books.
Of course. So Untumi, the law cannot go back and take effect from the day Untumi was convicted. It will take effect going forward. So going forward, the person who commits the same crime will now enjoy that law. And anybody that touches that law, reduces that law, the sentencing in that law will be seen as an enemy to Ghana. Any political party will take advantage of it and drum home that the person wants to indulge in galamsey. That's why he has reduced that law. You understand?
So that is likely to happen if they should go on an appeal.
If they go on appeal and win the appeal, it's not just going for an appeal. You have to go to the appeal and win the appeal. And then the appeals court must agree with you that okay, there are grounds that they can go to appeals for. They can go on the ground of the sentencing. They can decide that, okay, we admit Untumi was wrong, but we think the sentencing is harsh.
It's too much.
So we want the appeals court to reduce it. They can go to an appeal and say that we know that Untumi didn't do anything wrong. It is just the judge's biasness which brought him here. And that one, the relief they will be seeking from the court is to quash the entire what do you call it? Judgment.
That is if they find out that the judge was biased.
That is if they read the merits of the case and realize that he wasn't supposed to go to jail, but for some reason best known to the judge, he sentenced him. You get it? That's another leg of the thing. And they can look at some portions of the conviction, some things that happened in the during the case, during the trial, and decide that, okay, this time around we saw this was supposed to done, they didn't do it. That is purely technical. They can go on technical basis and get the cases quashed. These are all avenues to Untumi that they can pursue. But as to the crime that they are saying he is committed, and I hear people say that Untumi was not convicted for Galamsey. What was he convicted for? They said he wasn't convicted for illegal mining. What was Untumi's crime? What was it? Can anybody tell me? You see, we are saying that before I hand my phone over to Mr. Al Hassan, I need permit from you. I didn't get the permit, but I gave my phone to Mr. Al Hassan. Then Mr. Al Hassan used the phone to dupe somebody. Use my phone to dupe somebody. Am I not part of the crime that Mr. Al Hassan committed?
You are part of it, but why not?
So must you say that if I go to court and I'm pronounced guilty and sentenced, can you say that I didn't do any duping? Can you say I'm not a fraudster?
Right here, the question people are asking is that Untumi happens to be the landowner, and he wasn't caught involved in illegal mining. But Mr. Henry Okun, who was involved in illegal mining, has been set free, whereas the owner of the land is being sentenced.
Let me ask you this simple question. If I have a vast land and I sublet my land for people to farm in my name, farm, and we share the proceeds, farm and even take their proceeds to their house, can you call me a farmer? No, you can call me a farmer.
Yes. I just want to ask some question. They are even saying that. You remember the lands minister said he's there illegally, so it's not for him.
Okay, so you see,
so it's on license.
No, the lands minister said the mineral commission chairman, the boss of he came to Parliament and said, Untumi has not been given any permit to mine at the place.
No, there are two cases.
Right.
That one we are talking about is the Tanonimri Forest.
Yes.
That case is separate from
it's different from.
But it's the same place he gave to this one.
No, it's two different cases.
Mr.
Hassan, they are within the same vicinity. They are within the same enclave. But these cases are two separate cases. That case is now being also heard.
Right.
The case that you just referred to is now being heard. But as part of that case, brought up this case. When they were investigating those cases, unveiled this case that he has been sentenced on. You understand? So if I have vast land, you see, in our villages, where my father settled, my father's landlord never stepped foot in the farm. You get it? But he was called a farmer. Openi kwesi dum.
Obi ofi.
Otifie onukra de no ontie kura na so wote ayi goka bon ahafo ayi around Brekum there about, there's a town there called Goka. That's where he came from. That's where he was. My father will farm, and at the end of the year, he will go and do accounts to him, and he will take his part and give him his part. Can you say that person is not a farmer? That person is a farmer. Just that he's not directly involved in the farming. So people saying that Untumi wasn't convicted for what do you call it? Illegal mining. I think they should read carefully and understand what illegal mining is. The law says that before you give somebody the right to your concession, you need a tacit approval from the minister. Did he get it? Itself is an illegality. Itself. It's an illegality. Then you move to the leg on what exactly the person went there to do. He says the person went there to reclaim land for him, right?
Yes.
Has the person has a track record of claiming land reclamation? No, the person himself admitted in the court that he's a galamseya, and he has never even done land reclamation in before. It's like me know what's mom say me go wiaka, me go wiaka now say me fiteni. Na me so me fiteni. I'm not a mechanic. How do I now become like miraculously become a mechanic simply because I've been caught of stealing a car to bring to you? You get it?
Yeah.
So matters no. If you sit down and you analyze the thing carefully, you will understand the case well. Oh. Me, I always tell people that don't follow what the politician is saying. The politician has an interest he's protecting. Even lawyers have interest they are protecting. So me, I normally do this thing, and then the people around me would have problems with it. I'll be listening to somebody I disagree with and be insulting that person. It didn't say okay, you know, and they'll say I have to listen to what you are saying. Listen to the other opponent, what the other opponent is saying. Then put the facts together. Then can draw my own conclusion. That is how I've always lived by. So I always tell people to do the same. If you follow the MPP, you get a different agenda and a different narrative that is being pushed. If you follow the NDC, you get a different narrative and different agenda being pushed. But go into the facts of the matter. If you go into the facts of the matter, you understand that. For instance, if you had taken your time to read the judgment, page 28 and 29, you understand that there are some core ingredients of the case that wasn't even challenged by Untumi and his attorneys.
So would you say that Untumi's lawyers did him at the service?
It is him and his lawyers. I don't know the strategy they took into the case.
But looking at it from your perspective.
For me, if I am qualified to be a lawyer, and if I were to be Untumi's lawyer, probably I wouldn't have used the route that they used.
So what would you have used?
Of course, you see, I would have advised Untumi when the case was pending, even before the case started, to start reclaiming the land.
Reclaiming the land. So that at least there will be evidence that you are
I'm doing something. I wouldn't have even fought the case. I would have decided that I'm going to start reclaiming the land and going for a plea bargain. One, I didn't give a written document to the guy to go and do.
To him.
So whatever I say will be he say, she say. You get it? If there were written document, and some people are forcing it to be like, since there was no written document, it sets Untumi free. No, it makes the thing more complicated. It doesn't set Untumi free. You get it? Because if there were written document to say, I'm giving you this concession to go and plant coconut trees, there would have been evidence to exonerate Untumi. Whatever he did there would have been on his head. But because there was no document, now the person can say, even if Untumi had told him to go and plant coconut, where is the evidence?
So are you saying that if you were to argue this in this manner, the court wouldn't mind the time at which you even started doing the...
Of course.
As long as the evidence was there.
Yes, as long as the evidence was there. If Untumi had given him a written document, oh, I'm giving you this land to go and do reclamation. The agreement is that I won't pay you any money. I won't pay you any money. You have to wait for 4 years, 5 years before when the coconut starts coming. Then you use the coconut to do your what do you call it? As what do you call it? Of course. You see, the illogical aspect of the conversation is that the land, once you are done mining, no longer belongs to you. Listen, when you do the mining and you are done, the land at where you mined does not belong to you anymore.
Who does it belong to? The government?
The state or the owners, the chiefs that gave you the land. You see, they'll give you a concession for maybe 5 years.
5 years.
Okay, so in the 5 years you are done. You finish with your mining within the 5 years. Then you say I should go and plant coconut. Then I'll use the coconut to defray my cost of doing what do you call it, reclaiming the land. You, the 5 years that you took over the land has elapsed. So even if I go there to plant the coconut, It might be that by the time the coconut is ready, the owners of the land will show up and say, look, the contract or the lease agreement we had with Untumi has elapsed though. So the coconut is not yours.
So even the reclamation itself, you need a permit.
Of course, you need the company that does any mining support in this country. You need a license to do any mining support service, including reclamation, even supplying food to the mine. So a mechanic, if you're a mechanic company that do a mining support company, is a mining support company and that's work for mining companies in this country, you need license to do it. And this company that you say you contracted to do the reclamation, they didn't have any of the license. And the onus doesn't lie on the state. The state is not giving the person the job. It is you who is giving the person the job. So you have to make sure that the documents that the person is bringing or the person is licensed. Will you give your car to an unlicensed driver? If you buy a car and you are going to give it to a driver, the first requirement that you will ask the driver is provide your license.
Right. So what saved Henry from all this?
He was smart.
Would you say that the state took advantage of him?
No. You see, there's a plea bargain component of this case that you, the journalists in this country, are not averting their minds to. You see, when they arrested them at the Galamsey side, they seized money, they seized gold, they seized excavators and firearms. As part of the plea bargain, the state said that in order not to prosecute you, one, you be a principal witness or a witness against the campaign. Two, all the things that were seized will be confiscated by the state. We will take it. We are not giving it back to you. And he agreed. That is his punishment for engaging in the illegality.
So that sets him free.
That sets him free.
Without fine?
You see,
it happens.
The money that was confiscated is about 100 and something. Untumi was also fined, I think, over 100, around 100 and something. So it's almost the same. You see, that same plea bargain that was available for Henry and his guys to take was also available for Untumi to also take, to also go and then get. But he decided not to. He decided to fight his case. You get it? So the end justified the means. Whether it's a tactics that work or not, now we all have seen the end results of that tactic, which is there's a one that Baumia and his people line up to go and visit. If he had accepted that, paid money, and even said, oh, okay, I'm going to reclaim the land, I'm going to build this type of trees there. You see, timber is.
You should be wrapping up.
Okay, I'm coming. I'll wrap up soon. Timber is.
Enjoying it.
You're enjoying it. I shall allow him to.
Timber is what do you call it? A very good commodity that the state can makes money out of. Untumi would have decided that okay, we know rosewood are very expensive, so as part of my plea bargain, I'm going to pay a fine. I'm going to take it upon myself to plant rosewood there for the state. And he could have done that. Do you know how much a metric ton of rosewood costs? Check and see. If I ever decide to go into timber plantation, it's rosewood that I'm going to plant.
And so there, I don't think Untumi will have all of this wisdom, and I'm not saying that he's dumb, but I think that his lawyers could have done better.
You see, the problem with Untumi, and I was saying this to some people yesterday, the problem with Untumi is the people that he surrounded himself with.
They didn't help you.
You see, when you know your inefficiencies, you surround yourself with people who have superior knowledge in that sector that you are inefficient. You get it? Look at the people around Untumi. Maurice Ampao. Look at that his radio presenter who said they will vote two times. Well, they
that guy should have been arrested.
They will vote.
He won the seat too. Vice chairman of the. And that guy has won the seat.
They will vote on what do you call it? 2 days. They will vote. The first one will be from on the 7th. That will be from number 1 to number 7. From number 8 going to have an. If you have a person like this around you, person like if you bring gold to the studio and show it on live TV, he will not think about his safety and will indulge you, because when Untumi took that gold to the TV station, an errant people would have been sitting, could have sat somewhere and decided that they were going to rob the studio that same day. What do you think would have happened to the presenter?
Oh, he would have lost his life.
So that he should have thought about that. If he was intelligent, he could have thought about that.
But his people were in power.
And decided that his people were in power.
And they were in power, so he felt protected.
So armed robbers cannot rob you when you're in power.
An MP was killed because he was in power.
When he was in power.
In his own house.
That was his mentality, if you ask me. That's why we say that.
So that you see now, that is why it has landed to me where he is.
Right, Mr. Big. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me let you rest more. Let me speak to Mr. Harrison. He said he was enjoying your submission.
Do you know the reason why I say about it? Because you want me to, he is somebody who does not even listen. You understand? And how can you be in Ashanti region and say you have got a kingdom there? How?
Oh, his house is a kingdom indeed.
No, he said he has got a kingdom there. Even that Ashanti even needs a permission. And Muhammad needs his permission to come there. All these things. People around him should have. But you see, there are some people who will come to you, and then there will be yes sir people.
Right.
Whatever you are saying, even if it is bad, that is why I always dope my heart for President Mas.
Right.
I was his national organizer in House of Book.
Right. Mr. Hassan.
Yes, madam.
During the campaign for the NDC, they mentioned that they were going to arrest the Kempings. We've heard the minority say that Wuntumi's convention is actually a political prisoner. Would you say that your government actually took advantage of this case to make Wontumi a scapegoat just to tick a box?
Do you know Jemfua? He is the MPP Women's National Organizer. And woman, women's, yes. He is a man, a big miner. I can say that he has even indulged. Yes, he has even indulged in the illegal mining before, and his excavators were seized and bent. You understand? Why is he not in jail? Because evidence has not proved that he's doing it. As I'm talking to you now. So as for Wontumi, before even the Mahama one came, he was also arrested, and his excavators were burned down. But when President Akufo-Addo came back, he went to court, and then he was awarded 1 million Ghana cedis or 1 million what. So everybody in MPP even knows that Wontumi is a galamsey. They themselves, you see, sometimes you go to studio. 3 days ago, I went to studio with somebody. When he came out, an MPP communicator, he said, hey, the man, he has been doing this. He's known for this in the Ashanti region. Well, so what I'm saying is that everything starts with one. This is the beginning. We say we are going for the campaigns, and we have got Wontumi, and we have jailed him, because you see these MPP people, even 6 months into office, they were telling Muhammad, we'll see, ora, what about jail be? Jeremiah, they were all over the place saying this.
But it's Wontumi's case oral.
No, they were saying that apart from oral, and the NDC came to power on the back of saying that there is and then there is so criminality. They have stolen so much money, including that $4 million on the bedroom. You know that woman. So Jeremiah, they were saying it, and then the jail has come, and you are crying. So the thing is, as at now, court of competent jurisdiction, the High Court says he is guilty, so he is guilty. Until and unless the appeals court or the Supreme Court overturn this ruling, he is a galamsey.
He's a galamsey. They're also calling for equal enforcement, whereas it's been alleged that some members of your party are equally involved in illegal mining, and they mentioned the names of Abanga and also
Yamin,
and these people's case.
Thank you very much. Do you know that this case started in 2022?
Which is Yamin?
No, Wontumi's case.
Yes.
It happened in 2022.
Yes, with the former lands minister.
So they investigated till 2026 before they started it. So this Yamin and this it happened in 2026.
Right. I think Wuntumi's case formally began in court last year.
No, court. You have seen court, but they have to do investigation before it comes to court.
Right.
So the police started investigating in 2022.
So what happens to your people there?
They also be investigated.
They also be.
So when the time comes, and if they are guilty or the police find them culpable, they will send them to court. But one thing about this case is that the Yamin they are talking of, he's a criminal. He doesn't even know good. But the other one, even though I'm NDC, I don't know. I don't know him very. I know him bad. But Yamin they are talking of, he even though he was born and bred in Kumasi, all his life is in Accra. So if they said he has mined fish, that I'm saying on fish, I've said, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe because of fish, because he's around the sea. But the man is here doing all his everything here, and you are saying that I'm saying that one there, I think it's a propaganda. But the Deputy Attorney General has assured all Ghanaians, even yesterday, that they are still investigating their case. So if Wontumi once was started in 2022, and he has not been convicted, how many years? 4 years. And so Yamin's once has started in 2026. So maybe 4 years to come, they will go to court.
They'll also go to court. So we should be expecting that.
Yes.
They will also be taken on if they are found guilty.
Thank you if they are found guilty.
Right, let's go into what the minority is saying. The minority in Parliament has criticized the 20-year prison sentence handed to NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Chibuesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, describing the High Court judgment as fundamentally flawed. Speaking to journalists in Parliament, Deputy Minority Leader Patricia Apieje said the minority had identified what it considers 4 major legal defects in the judgment and would pursue all lawful avenues to challenge the conviction. One of the concerns raised is that Wuntumi's lead lawyer was not present when the judgment was delivered. The minority argues that the court had been informed that the lawyer was outside the country on a prior professional engagement. The minority also criticized the judge's decision not to refer the constitutional questions concerning Section 99(2)(b) of the Minerals and Mining Act to the Supreme Court. And according to the caucus, the judge's decision to rule that the provision was clear and unambiguous was legally questionable. Another concern relates to the court's decision to lift the corporate veil of Akonta Mining Limited. The minority argues that the company and Wontumi are separate legal entities and should not have been treated as one for the purpose of the conviction. The caucus says these issues and among others will form part of its efforts to challenge the judgment through the appropriate legal challenges, and they stress that they will pursue the matter through the appeal process, parliament and public advocacy, while insisting that its objective is to ensure justice is done. Mr. Dubik, I see you nodding your head.
They said they will pursue it in parliament.
In parliament.
You did some parliament.
In the courts and also public advocacy.
You did some
but we've already seen them started.
It is
raising concerns.
It is the dumbest thing they will ever do. I'm being honest with you.
Dumbest?
It is the dumbest thing they will ever do.
Why do you say
you did some more parliament? Parliament black now. What did he do to him, to his case? Has it been able to get Ghanaians on the street demonstrating or breaking the gates of so on to bring out
demonstrating Yoko boss in nearby.
So easy.
Oh, really? Yachi Acha in nearby. Acha. I say, hey, you're very simple. He doesn't know the reason why he was there.
Hey.
So you see, that aside, can you please read the grounds? Let me deal with the grounds one by one.
So I should take it one by one.
The grounds that the woman said they are going to appeal. Read one. First one. Let me deal with it. First one. What is he saying there? That the lawyer was not present in court.
So they mentioned that one of the concerns raised is that Wuntumi's lead lawyer was not present when the judgment was delivered.
Pause there. You see, the letter attached here. I might eat into your time. I'm sorry.
Oh, eat.
The concerns that Atachia was out of the jurisdiction and you should have waited for him, it's mind-boggling. You see, the letter Atachia wrote to the court was specific. He said that prior engagement has taken him out of the jurisdiction. It means that prior engagement is he knew of his, like he was going to travel even before the 20th was set. What prevented him from communicating that to the court? And you see, one funny thing is that, do you know that why Atachia was not in the jurisdiction? To attend his daughter's graduation.
He body said that.
Yes.
How can he miss his daughter's graduation for whom to miss judgment?
So you see the logic.
So your point is not a priority.
You see, what Atachia and NPP wanted us to do is that they wanted the whole country to wait for Atachia to go for his daughter's graduation and come back. Imagine I commit a crime, and they are about to sentence me, and I say my mother is dead. Will you guys allow me go and mourn my mother before I come to before we do the sentence? Or how would that sound to anybody? They will say, now it's your mother that important above anybody. It's Atachia's daughter, Atachia's daughter's graduation, paramount and so important that the whole country should wait and waste resources just for to wait for Atachia. No. And you see, it was not like there were no lawyers representing Untumi when the sentence was being read. Atachia had his lawyers, people in his chamber, 4 of them in court on that day. Are they saying that so if your lawyer is not available and then there are other lawyers holding brief for him, we shouldn't continue the case until your lawyer is back in the jurisdiction? Do you know the absurdity in that case? It means that Semeye Boni, now I am a lawyer, and then the sentence is about to be read. You travel and tell the court that I've traveled. I'll be back in 1 year time. So wait till I'm back before you read the sentence. It is absurdity. It doesn't make any sense.
Right. But looking at the date at which the judgment was read and Atachia's date for his return, so
you could have waited. Are you saying the state should have waited for Atachia to come back?
Because he's God.
No, the state shouldn't set that precedent. It is a dangerous precedent. I would have been so pained if the judge had done those things, because it would have opened Pandora's box. You know the irony in that case. Do you know that the lawyer Pierre Kubi came out after the judgment was pronounced that when Untumi was going for his sentencing, he instructed him that he should work on the appeals case. The same lawyer that said he's tired. He's tired of representing.
After withdrawing himself from the
he's
case.
tired of representing the case. Is now the one who is supposed to, who has been giving the the authorization to do the appeal. Does this make any sense? Do they take us for fools?
So as it stands now, who is the lawyer for Untumi now?
I think his cases are plenty. He's allowed to choose any lawyer, but as it stands now, it is lawyer Apia Kubi who is still his lawyer. Per what Apia Kubi said. So continue to the next.
So what happens to Atachia then?
Atachia has been fired. The case has.
Does that mean that he's been booted out of the case?
Maybe.
So that means that he's not the one responsible
for the appeal.
For the appeal.
Maybe he will consult. He will do something.
But he's saying that he's going to make all means to make sure that he appeal.
And maybe the communication that Apia Kubi got has not gotten to him yet. Maybe Untumi has not told him that he's fired yet.
Oh, he's chilling. He's chilling there.
Maybe Untumi prison and use WhatsApp, so maybe Untumi has not been able to reach him via WhatsApp or Zoom to tell him that you are no longer my lawyer, and I've instructed Apia Kubi to take over. So in his mind, he might still think he's in charge until he gets into the jurisdiction, get in contact with his client. Then his clients tell him that you are no longer my lawyer. I've instructed this lawyer to do the appeal. So let's move to the next.
No, I want to be satisfied. So that means that with this particular communication is between the lawyer and his client and not the court. The court is not involved in all this.
So you can change lawyers.
So whoever represents the case still goes on.
If you are my lawyer and I want to change you for Mr. Alasan. The only thing I will do to the court is tell the court that, my lord, I have changed my lawyer, I have changed counsel. Now Mr. Alasan is my counsel.
Right.
We move. Then they will just put it on the file that on this also date, Mr. Alasan took over from Asinam.
Right. Let's proceed. The minority also criticized the judge's decision not to refer constitutional questions concerning Section 99(2)(b) of the Minerals and Mining Act to the Supreme Court. And according to the minority, the judge's decision to rule that the provision was clear and unambiguous was legally questionable.
You see, sometimes I wonder if the minority, they have lawyers, practicing lawyers in among them. You can be a lawyer, but not a practicing lawyer. I wonder, because that same constitution that says that legal matters should be referred to the what do you call it, like interpretational matters should be referred to the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
You see, the Supreme Court ruling that gives the Supreme Court rulings to our law. Sources of law, court rulings are law. So there's a Supreme Court ruling that gives the onus to the judge to decide whether the matters you are raising is indeed needs constitutional interpretation. So it's not just by the mere of raising the matter, then the court will refer it to the what do you call it, the Supreme Court for interpretation. The judge must agree with you. The judge must agree with you that, look, the case, the question that you are raising really needs constitutional interpretation before he refers it to the Supreme Court. Even if he doesn't refer it to the Supreme Court, your lawyer himself can take the matter to the Supreme Court.
You can do it yourself.
You get it? If it is not delay tactics that they wanted to do, your lawyer himself can raise the matter and take it to the Supreme Court for interpretation. And if the matter goes to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court thinks that they need to halt the proceeding at the what do you call it, the High Court, they will say that they will give an order that that case should be halted pending the decision of the Supreme Court. So once the Supreme Court decide that, oh, it is okay to continue, then you continue. So how does this form a basis for an appeal?
They are very politics.
Unless the Supreme Court judges that what Atachia raised is true, that is when Untumi will be free. But if you take this to an appeals court, they will throw it out. Oh, how be I'm not saying, I'm not prejudging the case, but you're here, you see the matters that they will raise at the appeals court, and you see the ones that will stand the test of time. You are here, you see. So let's go to the third one.
Right, so to the third one, there is another concern which was taken off the corporate veil of Akonta mining, where they mentioned that another concern relates to the court's decision to lift the corporate veil of Akonta Mining Limited. The minority argues that the company and Wontumi are separate legal entities and should not have been treated as one for the purpose of the convention.
In the judgment, the reasons were made. In the judgment, reasons for lifting the corporate veil was made. Let me try and then get it for you real quick.
Right. Keep your comments coming in right here on the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Make sure you send in your comments. I've already seen some comments on YouTube and I've refused to read that.
You see, I won't even read from here. You see, lifting the corporate veil, what were the ingredients for it? Untumi had the Akonta Mining had only 2 directors. And it has been established that Untumi himself at the what do you call it, the dock, was asked, where is your other director? Do you know him? He said yes. Apparently the other director had traveled even before the crime was being committed.
Yes.
There was no proper board constituted taking board decisions. All the decisions were being taken by Untumi. So how do you now say the corporate veil cannot be lifted in that instance? He took The decisions, not a board. Oh. If you set up a board and the board is taking decisions, it means that the company is taking the decisions. But once there's no properly constituted board and one person, you run it as a one-man show, then you cannot say that the corporate veil won't be lifted. You get it? This instruction that was given to the man to go and then do the reclamation, who gave it?
There was one to do that game.
Was it a board decision?
No.
So where is that argument coming? Where is what forms the basis of the argument? Look, is that all?
Yes. That's all.
You see, let me land.
We land on that.
If we do things this way, this country will suffer. If we decide that this is how we want to do things in this country will suffer. We don't have to play politics with the obvious things. These are obvious matters. There's no ambiguity to whatever has happened. Everybody in Ashanti region knew that Untumi was a minor. I won't even go to the illegality aside. If they say I'm a driver and you hear that I've had an accident, will you be surprised?
No.
Everybody in the Ashanti region and in Ghana knew that Untumi is a minor. So I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary if there's some illegality aspect of Untumi's operation. What I just need to know is that was that established in court, which I have said yes, it has been established in court. It's not like the man was a carpenter, and all of a sudden they arrested him for illegal mining. Then everybody will be shocked. If you're a carpenter, you illegal mining. You get it? But in this case, he's an illegal miner. He's a miner. So if there's an illegality in that sector, I won't be surprised. The only thing I would ask for is it true? Has it been proven in court that he indulged in illegal mining? And by the evidence in this case and the ruling that I have read, yes.
Mr. Al-Hassan, what does Wontumi's conviction actually mean to the fight against Galamsey?
It's the first step. So every miner, now that the campaigns has been one. But Wontumi is one, but it's 10 in addition. So now that he has been convicted, it behoves on everybody, every illegal miner, to make sure that he desists from doing bad things or going into Galamsey. Because Galamsey is killing us. When we go to Takwa, newborn babies, they are deformed. And this one doctor from Kumasi, I've just forgotten his name. He did the research. And it's bad. You understand? So illegal mining is bad. So whoever is doing illegal mining must take a cue from what has happened to me for him to stop. Whether it's an MPP, whether it's an NDC, whether it's who, they should stop doing that for us to have our safeguard. When I was young, when we're going to farm, you can even pluck just a leaf and then you drink from the streams. Now can you do that? You cannot do that. But you see, one thing is that, you know, Chachuchi Kata, when he was going to court for a judgment, he didn't know. There were no prior this thing given to him that maybe this 20th we are going to do judgment. No. But he went there and he was sent to prison unknowingly. You understand? So they should stop these technicalities and other things, because what they have done, if we are to go back to what they did, hey, MPP is the only party when a court gives a bail to somebody, he was given bail by High Court, but the MPP refused to release him here in Ghana. So what are we talking about?
Right.
So it has happened. So the Galamsey should stop doing Galamsey.
Right. Would this deter others from?
It will deter others, but others who are so recalcitrant will not stop.
Will not stop.
Yes.
Exactly. Mr. Big.
Yes, ma'am.
Your thoughts on this, please?
You see, they should serve as a deterrent to everybody, including the members of this administration.
The NDC.
I won't sit here and kid that there are no people in the NDC doing Galamsey, even though I don't know them.
The president has admitted that
There are some of them.
He admitted.
Yes, he said it.
He admitted.
No, but he said some of
He said that.
He admitted.
But he's saying it is an admission.
No, he didn't admit. Go back and listen to it.
Okay. So the president.
Okay,
says,
let me explain. Let me
let me correct myself. So the president says that he's aware that some of his members are involved in illegal mining.
He said that he does not kid himself to think that some of his people are not involved in Galamsey. He does not kid himself. I don't kid myself to think that some of my people are doing this. It doesn't mean that I know for a fact. It is an assumption that I have based on certain things that I've seen. You get it? Itself is not admission. Having an assumption of something is not admitting that the thing exists.
So is the president saying that he doesn't know that?
No, he said I don't kid myself. Listen to that's why I said if you had the video, play it again. You understand? sorry. I'm sorry for doing this to you. The issue is that, you see, it must be a deterrent to everyone, everybody. And the way the NPP are charged, I tell you, me say, we NDC ni now they have a buffer for mining area crana. When they come, they will arrest you and sentence you. So they have to be careful and not engage in the same things that MPP engage in that got them booted out and now being prosecuted. I think that we have to all come together as a country and decide that Galamsey is not a thing that we should indulge in. It's not.
At all.
And I don't, for everything that I've said about Untumi this morning, I want to lay on emphasis that I don't rejoice in his incarceration. He's a human being, but my sympathies won't come after he has been convicted. That's the one problem with Ghanaians. Our sympathies come to people after they are being punished. When they are doing the things that will punish them we won't advise them. But once the people are being punished, that is when you hear, oh, Jano, yeah, for instance, your child will be misbehaving in the area. Nobody will say anything. But once you catch to discipline the child, people will not say, oh, now when so they but when he was doing the thing, the people that are saying Jano saw it and refused to tell the apparatus Jai.
A friend of mine, granting, 3 people threatened to kill him. So he took the case to the police station. People went, oh, where the kind of dance, down for then you know that Granting was killed.
Oh.
You see.
Sad.
At the stadium, they intentionally shook him when he was arrested. It was the same man who said he will kill him sometime back. Who did it? He died.
So you see, our sympathy shouldn't come after we have what do you call it? We are punishing corporate. Our sympathies should come even before when they are doing the things that will lead them to be punished. If people had told him to me, if the people in his party today that are fighting to get him out had told him that, look, if the people he goes to get, what do you call it, the mining leases from, had gone back to inspect what he has already done and decided based on what you've already done, we are not giving you another license or lease, we wouldn't have been here. But we just grant the lease and license anyhow. Once you just come, they just give it to you. Sometimes we must go back and assess what you've done with the previous license or leases that you took. For instance, if you took a land, did the mining, left holes, didn't reclaim the land, and you come for another concession, based on that, we should tell you that you won't get. If you took a mining concession and mine in the river body, mine in the forest, based on that, we should tell you that your next concession you are not getting. For instance,
but the MPP were the only party who granted licenses for
people to
forest.
mine in the forest.
It was because they wanted to mine
so they are mine
you
champions.
Don't know. There's large bauxite deposit in the Tiwa forest. They wanted to mine it.
Yeah.
And then the UN, the AU all stood up against it. And even the minority then said that our laws doesn't permit mining in the forest reserve. So they decided that in order to find their way around it, Now let's now put the onus on the president to give a permission to people who wants to mine in the forest.
Yeah. Want to me. Yeah, to me. Yeah. But aside that, you know, the minority is actually agitated about this whole issue. We've seen some of their communicators saying that, oh, when they come to power, they are going to grant me a presidential pardon. And then one funny thing I saw, this comment from Paul Yado, he said that Yando, he said that allow him to contest for the chairmanship. If he wins, he can lead the party from prison. Is that possible at all?
I want to think that Kwame Nkrumah is reincarnated as well.
that is their party. Whatever they do with it is their business.
Looking at all these comments, is this going to affect them in the upcoming election?
Well, you see, there are some Ghanaians who think like the way they think. So I wouldn't be surprised if those Ghanaians are in the majority and decide to vote for them just based on that. You see, elections are not won because of your competence alone. You must have people who think the way you are thinking. It doesn't matter whether your thinking is stupid or dumb. You just need the majority of the people to agree with you. So if they are able to convince the majority of the people to agree with them, they can win elections with this.
Maybe 32 years later.
It is possible.
So you see, I already said this. NPP is struggling to distance themselves from the previous administration's ills, and I think that is going to affect them greatly. So either than that, I don't see how Untumi can be party chairman from Nsawam prison. It will be just, now we can credibly say if Untumi wins their party chairmanship elections and then they allow it to foster, we can credibly say that NPP is a criminal entity.
My brother, I'm an NDC person. But if I don't think MPP,
they won't allow
to force MPP
they won't
to have a national chairman be to me.
They won't allow
it.
To some extent, I'm sure that some of them are even happy with this.
Yes, but he said it himself. And this communicator, United Party Plus, their communicator, he said he has got friends in MPP who are jubilating when they heard that Ewuntumi has been jailed.
Right. Any last words for the MPP before we proceed briefly to our next topic for discussion?
In fact, before I continue, I like your line of questioning.
Oh, thank you so much.
In fact, this is the first time I've come to this radio station. But in fact, you have impressed me.
Thank you.
But you do well to pair me always with this man when you come here.
Oh, really? Maybe I'll pair you with an NPP communicator.
Okay, no problem. But it's good listening to him. You understand? I've never met him before.
Oh, nice.
But it's very good listening to him because he says so many things which are factual. And that's what I want. I'm an old man anyway. I'm 71.
Oh, nice.
But
you've learned a lot today.
Yes.
I also have a few. I know him. I've seen him before.
Really?
Yeah, he's a Has person.
Yes, I'm in House of Oak National Organization for 36 years.
Oh.
Of course. So me, I'm also a phobia person.
I'm also the editor of Phobia Bed and House News.
You see,
nice.
Let me tell you a story about.
Let
me tell you a story about Phobia Bed and when I was growing up.
We'll do that after the show. We don't have
No.
We don't
I have to say this here.
Please.
I have to say the budget can wait. You see, when I was a child, they will give me money to go to school, and I'll save it and buy Phobia Bed and Has News on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Thank you. Yeah, that was
so I had a pile of them like this. So my command on English language is not just based in a classroom. I read some of his articles, and what I loved about Has News was you see, they will have this picture, big one in the center spread.
Yeah.
Of a Has player. I loved it.
Yeah.
So I know him.
Family meeting right after the show. Now let's proceed to our next topic. We'll be looking at that briefly because our time is almost up. 2026 mid-year budget review. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting continuation of the big push project. You see, luckily, because I'm a football person, I travel a lot. And the tap, the was good. I'm even surprised as an NDC person. Wherever I go, you see this big people, they are pushing it. Hey, my brother, even this 24-hour market, even when I came here this morning, I've seen that there's a 24 market being done here. Just here.
Yes, Adanya market.
Yes. So everywhere you go, and Mama is doing well. Before the MPP lost power, we were producing 56,000 barrels of
crude
a day. Now, do you know where it has reached? 92,000. The city, 2 years ago, it has remained stable as of today. I'm a poultry farmer too. I was buying 1 bag of maize at 1,002 that time, the bigger one. Now it's 600, 500. So what I'm saying is that prices have stabilized, and so many things are not rushing. Like during the MPP time, you will see that you go and buy something in the morning. By the time you go there in the afternoon, it has been increased. And Atu forcing is forcing. So he will force and force and force. So what I am, I know that this was a media budget.
Yeah.
So it's not any major budget, but I hope and I pray that whatever it brings will be to the betterment of Ghana. That's what you can see.
Mr. Vig.
Yes, ma'am.
What are your expectations? I was trying to pull out an article pertaining some comments or some concerns Kojo Ponkoma actually raised. I don't know if you've seen that already, where he said that the economy is a Galamsey economy.
Before he comes in,
you can proceed with the submission.
Yeah, Kojo Nkrumah is not credible. He's not credible because in Parliament he challenged that a bill has never been brought there. Yes. Then Harun Idrisu killed him there. No, that man is not credible. He's a Jandam politician.
Oh, Mr. Dubik.
You see, I don't expect any major tax cut. I don't expect any tax to be repealed.
Oh, but some people are calling. I think from COPEC, they are saying that the 1 cedi levy should be reduced to 50 pesos.
I don't expect that to happen. That is
in
what
your opinion,
I don't expect it to happen. I'm not saying it shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen.
I'm saying I don't expect it to happen. You see, what do we want as a country? We should know what we want. Do we want the 1 cedi off, or we want our light off? Because they told us what the 1 cedi is doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if we are electing to remove 1 cedi, it means that we have to give up something for the 1 cedi to be removed.
Sacrifice.
You get it? So it is about what we want and what the government prioritizes. If the government prioritizes that it wants light, a stable electricity, then the 1 cedi will continue to be on. You get it?
Yeah.
And then you see, I hear people always say that the indicators are not reflecting. It doesn't take 1 day to reflect. It will take time. It will be the sustenance of the micro indicators would reflect in our pocket. The long time we are able to maintain this momentum, inflation is down, fuel is economically low, and all that. Dollar is marginally down. That is when, for a longer period, that is when we will begin to feel it in our pocket. You get it? That's when it will begin to reflect on the market. So I think that this is just a mere formality. He needs to do it. That's why he's doing it. But I don't think anything. I don't see any major shift from the what do you call it? The budget that was read earlier in the year.
Right. So I found the article. Let me read to you what Kojo Ponkoma is saying. The minority in parliament is questioning the government's claims of economic growth, arguing that recent improvements are largely being driven by high gold prices rather than strong, broad-based economic growth. The ranking member on Parliament Economy has described what he calls galamsey accounting, suggesting that relying heavily on gold-related growth could make the economy vulnerable if global gold prices fall. He is asking the government to explain how it plans to diversify the economy and sustain growth beyond the mining sector. He has also raised concerns about government revenue, claiming that tax and oil revenues in the first quarter fell below expectations.
Okay, so it means they had expectation and they fell below it. Is he blaming government for that? he should have made that clear. If he's blaming government for these things, then we can interrogate it. But if the blame is not to government, then what do I have to say? I don't have anything.
Well, hearing him this morning, he said he's expecting Atoforsen to explain that to
Explanation is not address. Addressing an issue is different from explaining. I can come and sit here and explain to you why my phone broke down. But addressing the challenge is taking the phone to the repair shop to get it done. So if you want Ato to explain to you, he can explain to you. Are you expecting him to address the challenge? Or just explain to you? Because explanation, Atoforsen can just go to the parliament and explain things and take his bag and go home. And he can even organize the people at the finance ministry to give him a standing ovation and clap for him and sing.
Without even reading a Bible, he will read the Bible.
Of course. and sing for him. Atoforsen can do that. But
you know read the Bible.
You know read the Bible.
He knows what I'm talking about. So if Atoforsen doesn't do any of those things and yet accept the challenge to address the issues, that is where we will say Atoforsen has done something right, or Kojo Opon Kroma pushed Atoforsen to do something. You see, normally I don't like commenting on these issues before they are read.
Exactly.
You understand? So sometimes I come here and then it is a day before the budget reading and I don't say much.
It's today.
But they've not read it yet.
Yeah.
I don't know the details of what Atoforsen is going to read and the reasons. You see, when they give the details, now you go into the reasons why it's like that. And when you are communicating, you can communicate it, of course. But since I just don't like conjecture. I don't want to say this one will happen and it won't happen, and I'll come to sit here the next time and you say, but Mr. Dweck, he said this thing is going to happen and it didn't happen, and I won't have another.
But you have given your expectation.
My expectation is that there's not going to be any major tax cut.
What is your expectation as well, you out there? Let me know in the comments. We'll be streaming live the budget reading, so make sure that you stick with Ghana Talks Radio. We'll be streaming live on Facebook at Ghana Talks Radio TV, on YouTube at Ghana Talks Radio, and also on X at Ghana Talks Radio. This has been an interesting conversation right here on the Breakfast Show. But before we leave, your last words, gentlemen.
My last word is that
I'm
happy meeting the big today.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to be my friend forever and ever. In fact, I've gone to most radio stations, but I found him to be a good partner. So I'm going to partner him. Like really? If you have not been married, I'll give her my daughter to marry.
He's married.
So that one is off.
And I'm a sell alive.
In fact, I'm very happy. I've never been here before.
Maybe I'll convert to Muslim.
Yes.
Then
from me, I'll convert you.
I'll
fight so, God bless the station. God bless all of us.
Right.
And God bless the NDC. God bless President John Dramani Mama.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Al-Hassan.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed your submission. Mr. B?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So.
I'm happy I met him today.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been reading his news articles and
he's a celebrity.
Yes. I've been reading his news articles and all that since I was a child, and it shaped my knowledge in football. I have deeper knowledge in football as well. And then today meeting him is what do you call it? What are you doing? It's a great opportunity to meet him today, and I'm happy I met him. So I'm grateful that I met him today. And as he said, I'll take him as my father, not just a friend.
Oh, you met a son. Unfortunately, he's married. So
but I'm not married. I'm 70, so you can tell them.
Yes.
Second wife. I'll fight for her.
For me.
No. We will fight for her. This has been interesting right here on the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Thank you so much to our lovely listeners for sending in your comments, and thank you for sticking with us right here on the morning show. As I said earlier, remember that we'll be streaming live the 2026 media budget review right here on Ghana Talks Radio. We're streaming live on Facebook at Ghana Talks Radio TV, on YouTube at Ghana Talks Radio, and also on X at Ghana Talks Radio. And definitely we will be discussing what their budget was all about, God willing, tomorrow right here on the morning show. So make sure you join us.
Thank you so much for joining us. Do have a lovely day.